Spin it.
To the
Thank you.
live.
Okay, it's live now.
Oh, that's loud in my ear. Sorry.
So you gonna ask the icebreakers or what? What you doing? What we doing?
All right. So, icebreaker. What's your favorite book or movie and why?
My favorite book or movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
That's what she said. She said it.
what's your face?
My face ain't open. Could you please just answer the question? This is why I
I'm
don't like
trying
black
to
folks.
think. I'm trying to think.
Is that hard to think?
It is.
I know. I smell the smoke. I'm sorry.
Shut your face. Um, which one is it?
It's your favorite stuff.
I ain't got my favorite book. Um, mm, I don't even think I got a favorite movie. Some like I like a lot of Samuel Jackson's movie.
Okay.
That's I'm trying to think of the one
Okay.
where the
So,
little girl got raped. That's the one I like.
Can you not use the R word on Facebook? 'Cause
yeah,
they be
we
doing
can't
stuff.
use. You have to say grape,
when she had
grape, or essayed.
when she had unconsented sex.
Okay, that's the one I like.
So, what's the best thing you've watched? Lately? Work to
Going
do?
on.
Gotcha.
Lots stuff going on.
Gotcha. What's the best thing you've
Apparently.
watched lately?
Apparently, the streamers decided it didn't want to stay going. What's the best thing I've watched lately? I don't even know. Um, we haven't seen a whole lot of great movies lately, and shoot, what is the best thing we've seen lately? I don't know. I'm trying to think of maybe a show.
It's got to be a
Something like
show.
that.
We watched a lot of shows because the movies.
Have not been moving.
The movie's trash.
So we saw the Fast and Furious way too many part 10.
Yeah,
And the ending of that movie
it's trash.
infuriated me. I'm still mad.
But technically,
like if
since it's a
I get an
part, it's not really an
opportunity
end of movie.
to
It's
swing on what is his name? Bald headed
I almost said Paul Wall. You mean Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel. I will. Make it stop. Make it stop.
It's not. They got 2 more parts left.
I know, and there has to be 2 more before. So they broke their allegedly final movie into 3 parts.
It's a 3 part.
Yes.
But
So
you knew that
this
going in though.
no, so like this is becoming a thing now. So like if they're ending a series, like a series of movies, like John Wick or
Well, no, John Wick only did 1.
yeah, it's breaking off
Thankfully.
into baby movies, if you want to call it that. It's giving birth to baby John Wicks in different characters. And then so Mission Impossible, the last movie we saw, I roll.
Real big eye roll for that.
I don't know if it deserves a big eye roll. It was.
Oh my God!
It had a lot of unbelievability.
So first and foremost, they film in some of the exact same places that the Fast and Furious did, doing
That's true.
the same over the top, unbelievable stunts.
But if you know the Mission Impossible franchise, you know that that's what they are known for.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible and the Fast and Furious 10. They both
Yeah.
did. They were both in around the same location.
Yes.
And they're both those movies are known for over the top everything. This is what they're known for. It's what they do.
So yeah, so that was my first pet peeve with that movie, and then they have broken that final movie into 3 parts.
But didn't everybody die?
I need
At the
everybody
end of
to
what?
die.
At the end of which one?
Oh, the Fast and Furious.
No.
No. Well, kind of,
Diesel
sort of,
was
maybe,
still
possibly.
living, but
It
didn't the-
looked.
No.
You don't really
blow
know
up?
until the next movie. But like, they gave the illusion, to say it that way, that a lot of people died.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert! If you ain't seen it, but I really don't care if it's a spoiler alert or not. I'm not really into spoiler alerts. So
Then maybe they
your
died,
fault.
maybe they didn't. They left it open so they
They
could
got
go
blown up in the
ahead.
plane, but we don't know if they did yet because they ain't
Right.
said
Yeah,
nothing.
I seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. So as far as movies go, The Little Mermaid was really good.
I
Was
ain't gonna
it?
say really good.
It was.
I ain't gonna say really good. It was better than what it had any right to be. But I would definitely not say really good.
I think it was really good. I think she did a really good job at it.
Okay.
Like because the live action recreations of our childhood cartoons have
Are
been trash.
Trash.
Because The Lion King, trash.
Hmm.
I'm like, let's pretend like that never happened.
Yeah, they have been murdering our past.
Oh my God.
shows.
I'm like, please stop killing my childhood.
Yeah.
The Transformers, stop it. You're killing my childhood.
Yeah, the Transformers hurt my feelings.
And they have another one I still yet
Yeah,
to
we
see
still
it.
got to go see the new Transformers. So
One
the
after the one we just watched.
no, which one did y'all just watch?
He said
Oh,
we watched. Wait, when
I-
did you
I
watch it
wa-
without? You
I
watched it
watched
without
it.
me?
So you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you got catching up to do before you get to this one then.
He's not a Transformer fan like that.
What
Oh,
what you worried about a phone then?
I mean, look, once you in, we get it. We get it.
You cannot be hating on the Transformers.
Yes, he can.
He's of age to hate on the Transformers, but it's still. Yeah, okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this last one is 7. So there's 7 altogether.
Hmm.
And I was okay with one. My favorite was the Bumblebee one. I love
That
Bumblebee.
does not count. That was that the
I
movie
love
was not
Bumblebee.
Transformers.
It
was a
was.
spin-off. It was
Same
not.
thing.
It was a spin-off.
Same thing.
Not the same thing. It had John Cena in it, so absolutely was not the same thing.
No, stop hating on. Except for the only time we hate on John Cena is that stupid TV series.
No, that's series better.
Peacemaker,
I like
Peacekeeper.
I like
John
Peacemaker.
Cena has a DC character. Like, you know how Marvel broke it up and they did all the shows on Disney?
Mhm.
DC did the same thing with him.
Oh, okay.
I am not opposed.
Look,
to
I
Peacemaker.
look,
You
I
just hate
cannot.
the theme song.
I hate the theme
The
song.
theme song's hilarious.
And I look it. How many times we gotta see John Cena's butt crack? Like seriously though,
Hey, ain't y'all women normally talking about y'all mad because all we see in movies is boobies and whatnot? Well, there you go. Now you get to see something that ain't just boobies. You can see John Cena.
at no point ever have we ever been like, ooh, look at that man's butt
There are
crack.
people. There are people
Right.
who would want to see John Cena.
We want to see y'all butt in pants.
Y'all
Not
saw
crack.
him. People have been clamoring for John Cena's booty. They clamor for him and his booty in what was that stupid movie? A Runaway Train or whatever it was he did with what's the comedian's name? What's her face? Amy Schumer.
Oh, train wreck.
Train wreck. I knew it was something about a train. The Runaway Train wreck.
That was appropriate.
Stab somebody in the
though.
face on
Like,
a train. Whatever.
that was a romantic comedy. They supposed to have hooked up at some point. But other than that, we just don't need to
Since
relentlessly
then, people
be
have been
seen.
like, "Ooh, I want to see John
John
Cena
Cena's
naked."
butt
Well, you
crack.
got to see him naked.
Naked and butt crack are two
Two
totally different
different
things.
things.
We are not into butt crack. The guy at Kroger.
Listen, first
Oh.
of all, I'm a dude, and I never want to see another dude's butt crack. I really don't care about butt cracks, period, dude or female. First of all, give me the cheeks of a female, not the crack. Second of all, let's do the Kroger. So we went into Kroger to get some things that had to be unlocked, and he decided, apparently, to either get pants that were too small for him or just not tighten everything well enough. And whatever was in his pockets was heavy enough, was also dragging his drawers down. So he wasn't just busting a sag, he was busting skin. So he bent over.
Plumbers,
all the
hairy butt crack.
and it was no avoiding it because I didn't. First of all, I didn't know he was gonna bend over in front of me. Most people, when they go to unlock the cages and stuff, if the lock is at the bottom, they will squat and do it. This dude,
Oh,
full extension,
he
doggy
bent
style,
on over.
bent over.
Bend down
I'm like,
over.
oh,
Bend
my
down
God.
over. Bend down
And it
over.
was like it was normal. Dude, you just showed me all of your booty hole, and I'm not okay with it. I feel like I have been violated, and I feel like I should be able to sue.
If
and
you would like
hashtag
to
me
be
too and everything.
compensated for being overcracked,
I feel like I should be able to.
Just be like, why are we in court? It's crack.
it's crack, sir.
It's crack.
Sir.
Whitney said it, and I agree. Crack is whacking. So his was absolutely whack.
I'm like, look, if you gon' have the courage enough to sag this hard, I'm gonna need you to at least get a wax.
First of all, I'm gonna need you.
You could braid
I'm
that.
gonna need you
That's
to do all of that in front of
Oh.
her. Oh yeah.
It was
Sweaty hairy. And how do I know? Because he was bent over right in front of me.
Oh my god. Okay.
Him and all of his
Visual.
sweat and drips
Horrible.
of sweat just dropping from one hand
heck yeah.
like Tarzan swinging in the jungle. Anyhow, that sounds like a good place as any to start. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the Real Talk podcast right now.
This is Real Talk. Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. Real Talk. This is Real Talk. Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. Real Talk. Real Talk.
All right. Welcome to yet another edition of the Real Talk podcast. I, as always, am your host, Jesse Jones, along with my so far still not fired. We got hope she might make it to the end of the year. She is the one, the only, looking like a great big beautiful blue M&M I want to put in my mouth. The wonderful executive producer.
Sir.
This is my house and my podcast. I say what I want. The wonderful, beautiful, the one and only, the queen, Miss Falana. Say hi to the people.
Hi, family.
All right. And we have a good friend of ours pitch hitting as a guest reluctantly, but she decided to go on ahead and do it knowing she's going to get abused this entire podcast and the drive over.
She will not be being abused.
Hold on. I couldn't hear what you said. Say it again now. What was you said?
Wow.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
She said
What
she
was
would
that?
not be
I'm
being
sorry.
abused.
I'm sorry. What was that? I couldn't hear you. Can't hear you. What'd you say? Can't, no, nobody can hear you. I don't know why nobody can hear you because something's wrong with y'all's mics. So as I was saying,
Yeah.
she can't hear through my you hear her through my mic. But if I turn me down, I just get real close. She ain't gonna be able to hear nobody but me. Anyway, so we have a wonderful guest who is pitch hitting for us over here for the Real Talk podcast. Many of you all know that we were expecting to have my good friend, the one and only Elder Donald Hutchinson, and his wife, Dr. Deborah Hutchinson, all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio, Tyrus Community Fellowship Church out there in Cincinnati. We were set to have some wonderful conversations with them, but life be lifing and emergencies be emergencying. And so they, at the last minute, had to pull out because they have some family things to take care of. And I believe in family first, so we ain't had no problem with that. So we called on our good old friend. She ain't been on the podcast in a while. And, she's still in the midst of trying to get her podcast together. We ain't forgot. She is the one and only. She's the evangelist in training if you're talking High Praise Ministries. She's a mama because her son's also right here as our studio audience, Mr. Eli. But also, she is Miss Ma'am in Pigtails. She's the one and only Miss Cherie. Say hi to the people, ma'am.
Hi.
They ain't saying nothing to you. They don't like you. No, I'm playing.
That's
Oh, okay. Yeah, it buffered and everything all through both steps. That's okay. It's all right. So I don't know
Let
the
the
volume,
censor
but
censor.
I don't know if it buffered my voice or not because I ain't put my earpiece in to see. But we'll find out when I go and edit
I
that.
didn't hear any buffer.
All righty. So now, all right. Kevin Hart, all right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. I almost started talking about Kevin Hart special because I said all right, but I won't do that. I'll say that for another time. Yeah, he has a new special out. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get started with our first topic. So I had done everything in my power for quite some time to avoid talking about this topic, but it has not stayed out of the news and out of pop culture references and off of my doggone timeline. So, let's go on here and talk about it. Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, and as the nation who's watching, oh God, not this again.
Here it goes. Here we go.
They had a little incident a few weeks back. I don't know if you heard the latest, but he put out an interview where he says, our relationship is not perfect, so I don't know why everybody expects it to be. Anyway, so for those who may not know, and I don't know how you don't know, but for those who may not know, here's what happened. Here's a quick little recap. Keke Palmer, who was an actress, a child actress and now an adult actress, has been in more things than you probably remember her in for because she's been working. She went to an Usher's concert in Vegas. Usher Raymond.
His Vegas residency.
Mr. I'ma steal your girl. While I have all kinds of venereal diseases, allegedly, because I be telling you how much it burns.
Allegedly.
I said allegedly. I put the allegedly in there, but I'm not the one who sued him for giving me herpes or whatever it was, or crabs or whatever thing that burns. But he be singing about it burning. Anyhow, allegedly. Well, the lawsuit ain't alleged, but the accusation is alleged. He sang to her. And she did what I believe most any female who goes to an Usher concert would do, because it's Usher and it's the reason you there to see him. She was like, and she could sing a little bit too, so she sang, they passed by. But because she's a celebrity, was also able to get up on Usher, so she hugged him, and she got one leg over his leg. But some say she was grinding. I personally didn't see. I didn't say leg on his leg over, like how he was standing, and then she was standing like that with her leg in front. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Where her knee was kind of near his crotchal areas.
Right.
And so she did all that, and she also had on this see-through kind of outfit, black underneath but see-through kind of outfit and everything. And because it's a social media era, social media did what social media does, and social media broadcast the video. And oh my God, Keke Palmer at the Usher concert, yada yada yada. She's so cool. It's her birthday. Boom. Her baby daddy, not husband,
figuring.
Baby daddy got himself on Twitter and decided to say, I wish I'd pulled it up. Wait, I think I still can. I think I had texted to Donald so he would know what talking. I sure did.
Yeah, because he took it down.
Oh, but that's okay. Listen. He took it down.
But the
social media did not. Which one was his? Hold on, I'm gonna find it. So I know I had put it in there. See, nope, I'm gonna get that one. Oh, okay. So he starts off by saying, he starts off with a picture of her with him and say, "It's the outfit though. You a mom." Here's a picture in case you haven't seen it. Y'all, if y'all ain't seen y'all ain't gonna be. I should have put it up on screen share, but I ain't on my phone. And so with that, social media did what it does, and they began to explode, lose their minds. And so then he comes back and says this, and this is what killed me. I'm gonna be honest, this is what killed me. He says, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids." Sir, you are a baby daddy. You are not a husband. Doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others. He gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe in. I rest my case. And so he says all this. And so me and Philanda got to talking. And so come to the conclusion of deciding to ask this question on what are the roles and responsibilities that one may have in an intimate relationship with someone else. Now, keep in mind, again, this dude in particular, he's not the focus of the conversation. He's just how we're going to springboard this conversation off. But keep in mind, he's not a husband. He's a boyfriend. He's a baby daddy. So I'm gonna open it up to y'all before I jump in with some things. What y'all think?
Sure, I guess. Go ahead.
This is the problem. This problem I have with having these two.
So-
Open like, ooh, you go first. You go first. You go first. You go first.
So here. So let me say some controversial things that people are not going to be comfortable with, but it's reality, fact first and foremost. I just learned today there's some other married statuses that have been added on.
Yes, we were at the eye doctor, and yeah.
There's been some other additional statuses named on, along with I can no longer just be female. Anyway, we'll let that go for this subject. But so look. The federal government recognizes one thing: married. Either you married or you single.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is single. So when it comes to baby daddies, boyfriends, look, even fiancés, you ain't got no rights. You have no legal rights. There are husbands and wives, and everybody else is single. Legally, that's what it is. Like seriously, you can't call nothing. If your spouse and you are unmarried, and this is a fact. I had a cousin of mine, I won't say no names, for years, 30-some years that I can remember going far back. They have always been together. We always assumed they were married until her then boyfriend, now husband, had a heart attack and ended up in the hospital. Well, you know what you can't do if you're not a husband?
Mm-hmm.
HIPAA violation. You cannot check on the status of your mate.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no rights. They ended up having to get married in the hospital. So let's just make this clear. There's married people and everybody else is single. So for him to sit up there and say as the patriarch of this family, I should be able to say what's right for my family. How about you make a family where your child can I say that word?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't a bastard. Like seriously though, like out of the gate, like we not married, like, and have we done it? Yeah, I did it myself twice. And actually one of them wanted to marry me and I was like, ooh, actually both of them wanted to marry and I was like, ooh, absolutely not. No thank you. But no, you have no rights for you to sit up there and make this big of a deal. And I'm not even gonna say, because the simple fact is I actually own a dress very similar to hers, and yes, I'm a whole grandma out in these streets. And I'm married. My husband has seen me in the dress on more than one occasion. I own the dress very similar to what she had on. Now, if it had been a conversation with my husband and me, because we've had an incident over the dress, and you weren't my husband.
So I need you to get context to it. Not do him. First and foremost.
No, you did not do him. That was
Thank
an in-person. So the difference is that was an in-person conversation. When we first started dating, I owned a dress that was crochet. And it was crocheted in the appropriate places. You visualizing it. It was crocheted in the appropriate places. But every place else was open weave. And I was going out with my girl and her girl. And we were going out. We was getting drinks. Girls night out. Woo! He was like, I don't think you should wear a dress. And I was like, I think you should mind your business.
Now, for context, it's not that I was saying she should wear that dress ever or even out in public. It was something I can't explain, but it was something about that day at that time that I was like, something in me was like, tell her not to wear that dress. So I was like, I don't think you should wear that dress. Not ever. Not, ooh, I don't want your booty cheeks out for the world to see. I'm ignorant. I'm the kind of person I'll be like, hey, make him jealous. Wave at him. She smile. Oh, that old man is smiling at you. Wave at him. Smile at him. Oh, he's staring hard. Blow a kiss out. Make him feel. Make his day. I'm that ignorant. Now, if they come over.
He's done it.
If you come over, I feel like I get to knock you out. Look, it's window shopping. You get to look but not touch. You get to look but not approach. That's how that works. I'm that guy. Make a person, because I know I'm a dude. I know what it's like to look and be like, ooh, fine, And if they give you a little smile back, oh my God. You ain't even gonna go over this. Oh my God, they smiled at me. Yes. Make the Negro's day. So I'm not that kind of dude, but there's something about that day. I was like, don't wear that dress. Not today. Though.
So anyway, I wore the dress.
Sure did.
I wore the dress. We went out. And I had worn this dress before and washed this dress before, but for some reason, he spoke evil over my dress. I'm just.
I did not.
I really. I put it in the
evils.
washing machine like I normally do. Gentle cycle the whole 9 yards. Opened up the washing machine, put it in soap. Came back, opened up the washing machine. A ball of yarn. It completely. I know.
Now, wait. Watch
A
this.
ball of yarn.
Ask her again. Who put the dress in the washing machine?
I had washed the dress before in that
Who
washing
put
machine.
the dress in the dryer? Who touched it? Did I at any point touch that laundry?
I don't know. I didn't see you do it.
I was about to say. What say you don't know? Sis?
She know good and
You don't know if he
well.
poured some in that water.
She know good and well. I ain't touched that.
It was literally, you know
You
how
ain't
you,
have to touch it.
for the people who knit
All you
and
have to do is
crochet,
lift the lid and
I ain't did nothing to it.
just a ball of yarn. I grieve that dress.
Disobedience has price. That's all I can say.
Anyway,
childish.
but no, for the way that he came out in public, like if he really had a problem with it, like that was a private conversation that needed to be had. He knew where she was going. Her and her girls was going to the Usher concert. Everybody in their world. The brat and her wife had went to the Usher concert. The video. Everybody in their mama.
But hold on, ain't nobody checking for the brat. Let's come on. Let's not put them two in the same sentence. They are not. They're not. That's not equal. I get what you're saying. Everybody was there.
Okay.
But it's the brat. You could have used a better
I'm trying to
celebrity
think of
example.
who else would.
Ain't
Tiana-
nobody
no, 'cause
calling up
Tiana
on
was
the
in the
brat.
show.
The brat is fine. The brat.
The brat
Right.
is not fine. There's nothing fine about
The
the brat.
brat is
except
beautiful.
for
It
to
is
the brat's
pretty.
wife. The brat is not.
The
Yeah,
brat did the
she
cover of
is.
Maxim magazine before she
because
came out.
because she's a celebrity.
No, because
No,
she's beautiful.
Whatever.
Stop hating on
No,
the brat.
Jessica
It ain't no,
hater.
wait, why's it
And
gotta
that
be
was a
hate?
straight hate.
Because she ain't,
Jessica.
because
Her wife's
she
name
ain't
is
cute to me.
Jessica.
But
Why that gotta be hate because she ain't cute to me? She ain't cute.
Anyway.
I'm not saying heifer ain't cute. She ain't cute to me. I mean heifer in the general sense. The brat, if you ever happen to catch this, I ain't saying heifer in terms of you a heifer directly. So please don't come for me because you got enough money to squash me. But I do have an opinion. You don't look good to me, and I know you don't care because you look good to your wife. And that's really all that matters. Proceed.
Anyway.
the extraness.
That's not. I'm speaking that that some celebrities gonna get a hold of this podcast and start recommending it.
But so nonetheless, like so for if he had a real problem with the outfit, first of all, you could have said, I want to go. You ain't got to be at home babysitting.
He couldn't have said that.
He would, because it's girls' night. That wouldn't have been acceptable. Let me be honest.
Thank you.
She wasn't gonna take
Let's call truth the truth.
Right, but it's some people who have taken they took their wife to the Usher, the Usher experience,
He didn't want to go.
and maybe he didn't. But like I'm like seriously though, you saw her when she got dressed to leave the house. That's the time to have that conversation. So
He
maybe
didn't see her
this
when she
outfit
got- when
makes
she
me
left the house.
uncomfortable.
She was in Vegas and he was home.
Doesn't matter.
Well, no, it mattered for that point. You said that he saw her when she left the house.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
Well, he still he could have found out. It's like that big of a deal. Like,
She might not have called him
it doesn't
for
matter.
him to see her before she
long
walked
you been
before
there?
she left the house.
Oh, nobody really knows. Like when she came out
they kept
pregnant,
the
that's
secret.
when she announced that
Yeah,
they
they
were
have been
together.
together for some time, but
They just kept it a
real low.
secret.
Because she's a celebrity and he ain't. She's
Right.
worth something. He is an aspiring actor that nobody knows, nobody cares about.
Oh,
and
that's
she
it?
is. Yeah, he's. He,
Oh,
I
okay.
believe he's been trying to break into business because the word is, when you start really doing unnecessary deep dives into this whole situation, word is that people had thought that when they first got together, that he was trying to use her to springboard his career.
Yeah, but she never publicly out. Like up until the
Not
time
that
she
she was
announced she
pregnant,
was
yep.
pregnant on Saturday Night Live, no one even knows she was dating.
And isn't it interesting that they had no problems until they went public with it? Hey, it was good, Eric. I appreciate you for jumping on, man. We love when you jump on. So feel free to, as always, comment and everything and do what you do.
So my other portion of like him, and I'm my other part of my beef with that's private conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Private conversation. That's not a Twitter conversation. Like the disrespect in that for me is ridiculous. And what is the difference in between? Because social media will tell on you. What is the difference in you putting up a video of her with you squeezing her butt cheeks on social media? I mean, hand in there.
Because it's his hands.
I was gonna say the same thing. It is his
That's
hands.
why it's his hands.
And-
She was
let
up.
me put it in your
It's
terms.
because she was.
He was pissing on his tree.
He was like, I'm like,
Yeah,
seriously, but what's the
that's why. Because he had his hands. There was another male up on her. So
But really, so to see the know that he really wasn't up on her. She was videotaping it. Usher came over. He saw her. Usher knows who Keke Palmer is.
hmm
So he came over. He's singing to her. She's doing the way. He walks up on her hand, respectable area across her lower back, nowhere near her butt cheeks, above any of the see-through part.
But
And
his
they
issue
swayed.
Let me say,
He sang,
But
she
his
sang,
issue wasn't
he
nothing.
left.
His issue wasn't nothing with Usher. He never mentioned Usher, and anything he said was his issues.
Mhm.
His issues were completely only with her.
maybe so, but I had to go look because you asked me about it.
Mhm.
But there's a picture where she's, I guess her back is turned, and the way Usher's
Yeah, yeah.
looking at her.
Mhm.
Did you see the look?
He's a single man.
I'm not saying it's an issue,
Mhm.
but that might be where, part of that comes from, which is still weird because she dressed the way she do and she's always dressed provocative sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. She has a lot of provocative imagery out all across social media. This to me, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
To me, was nothing more than a complete, a complete insecurity with knowing that this is a man who could take your woman. I'm sorry, believing this is a man who could take your woman, because I've never heard Keke say that she wants Usher at all. I've never heard her say how she feels about his appearance or anything. So this is just simply he is just a dude who's a
Cassie from Cheek
multi-millionaire.
Checking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he look.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a female and I'm heterosexual, and
She checking.
I cheek check
He-
too.
He,
That thing was hanging in that dress. I'm
It
a get it,
was,
girl.
it was.
I'm a dude. Let me tell you something. That wasn't just a cheek check. That was a if only. Look in his eyes. That face was like the things I would do to that. But for me, the issue isn't for him. The issue isn't him, and that's not even an issue. Like it. You can't control what someone else thinks. And if you get with a sexy female, you can't be upset because other people found her sexy. You found her sexy while you got with her. So the fact that Usher found her sexy was looking is not an issue. For him, it is her. He says it's her attire. It ain't. He just knew there's another dude better than him that could take his woman if he wanted to, or so he thinks. I have huge issues with the fact that he had this conversation in public on social media, and I've been hearing people talk about, oh well, they publicly disrespect each other. No, that's not true. They did not publicly disrespect each other. First of all, she wasn't on the social media public. She didn't post one video. Someone took the video and posted it. She was having a girls' night, and she was able to get access that other people ain't able to get. And so as a result, she got the access and somebody taped it. He chose to publicly disrespect her. But my question still remains, what are the roles and responsibilities? Like, what can he, as a boyfriend, baby's father, still in the life of the child and the mother, what can he say? What does he have the right and the ability based off of his status to be able to say? Whether public or private.
I mean, well, public. I'm not willing for you to disrespect me in public ever. Whether it's a conversation, whether it's social media, whether we're having in a setting like this, I will not respect it. I don't care how long the relationship is, how short it is. It's the there's certain conversations you're supposed to have home alone. That
So
has
if you
nothing
feel
to
like
do
you're
with everybody.
disrespected in public, Do you return in kind? Do you make a statement in kind? Because I remember my mama used to always say, "Where you act up is where you get dealt with."
I have maybe once. Most of the conversations, like my real long relationships, is when my kids were younger. So most of my arguments happened while the kids was in the house, when I was sitting in the car talking to whoever the heck I was dating at the time. So, but for me, I mean, okay, for example, he wasn't my boyfriend, he was my husband. But for me,
Different dynamic. But go ahead.
okay, when some girl texts me, and in the public, and we was with friends, and I went off. So I've learned that certain things you just can't deal among other people because of judgment. It depends on where you plan on going at with that relationship later. Like if you're planning on staying, there are certain things that you just can't do publicly and come out and say. But if you embarrass me in public, 9 times out of 10, we not going back to the same house together, because it's not going to end well. So that's how I see it. I mean, to me, I've been in like long relationships without marriage. And so that is like, there's certain things that I feel like in a relationship, if you're dating for something, it is a respect thing that you need to show each other. That's just how I see it. Some people might not. I mean, a lot of people don't see it that way. They feel like, we dating, you don't tell me nothing. Well, I feel like if I can't trust you in the dating part of it, I'm definitely not going to marry you, because that doesn't make sense to me. If you can't respect me in public while we're just dating, I don't see that much change when we get married.
So like the thing that I've been hearing continually in terms of it being a respect thing is everybody that I have heard talk about it has jumped to her defense because it is blatant disrespect for him to do so in public on social media like that, right? There are very little conversations, if any, and most of them are very dismissive about him feeling disrespected, because the whole reason he made the post is he's in his feelings and he also felt publicly disrespected.
So here's my argument to that. So if you publicly felt disrespected by her attire at this concert, or even her behavior, even if the say really is really about their behavior and not the attire, then what you doing posting this?
Here's the difference. He's curating what he posts. So he posted
That's him. And then the
And
audio,
for y'all who
he's
can't
saying,
see, for y'all who can't see,
he's
she
saying,
posted a picture. She
this
showed
is a
up
video that he
twerking.
put up of after she, because you know what happens after we have a baby, you get your mommy body. Your mommy body is not your pre-mommy body. And so she thick now, like slim thick in my measurements. She's slim thick. And he was like, oh, look at these cakes, twerk for the camera.
Okay.
So it's okay for him to post this video of her, but it's not okay for her.
Here's the difference.
Because he posted it?
Playing devil's advocate. One,
No.
it's different because he posted it. And two, they're in their home. There is not another man that has access to her.
But it's on Twitter. It's millions.
Wait. There's not
Millions of
another
people look at this.
Hear what I'm saying. There's not another man who has access to her to touch her.
I don't see
No.
the
Usher has access with her attire. Assuming here's the part you have to assume. Assuming that she would be down with it, and an insight into his male fragility and male psyche.
Thank you for mentioning fragility.
I want to fragility. The problem with that, but I also want us to understand really too. But we should anyway. His ego is very fragile and very hurt and whatever. The reality is that he, in that environment, is in an environment he can't control. He's not there. Usher has access, and any other man who may want to try her, that she may be willing to try her, has access. In that photo, that video, they're in the house, and the only person who has access in that moment with the ooh, look at these cakes is him. And so I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what the difference is in the male fragile ego. Because out of the three of us, my dude. So I understand how the fragile nature of a male ego can work in moments like that. Like it is absolutely. Greetings, Eddie. I just now seeing some of your comments. Appreciate you, sir. We go. I want to have both you and Eric weigh in and through the comments as well. But the fragility of his ego was saying, I can't control this. If this man who may be better than me wants her, nothing I can do about it in that moment. Because in his mind, if he's there and Usher tries something, it's not about what Kiki may or may not want. In scenarios like that, it's never about what the person who is being fought over actually wants. It is him saying, oh, if Usher were to try something, I'm there. I'll knock him out. But I'm home, though.
And he's not, though.
Oh, he ain't going to knock him out at all.
Plus,
But
he got to get to Usher.
none of that is coming into his mind. It is the matter of my woman is there, you trying her, I'm there. In the video he posted, I'm controlling it because you know what I can also do? I can take it down. I can block comments. I can keep certain things away.
But he didn't.
I'm not saying he did. I'm saying he has the ability to. If a comment gets out of hand on in a reply, he can block it. He can make sure that for the most part it can't be shared if he decides it gets out of hand. He can take it down so that it becomes harder to have access to and share. He can do all of those things.
But people are quick on social media, so that post would have been shared, no matter what.
I know it, but we're talking about when you're in a fragile, hurt state. You ain't think about all those angles.
But the thing is, you can't be that fragilely hurt if you post it on social media where everybody going to see it.
Right.
Some man is looking at her differently, so it's not like they wouldn't approach her if they see her somewhere else and she's shaking her cheeks.
Let me put up Eddie's comment. He first says, "I think he was wrong to go to social media," which we all agree.
Yeah,
but
we
he
all
also
agree.
Says, "I, however, think he was right to be angry that she was hugged up on a performer that is known to encourage food."
He cheated. He didn't say he encouraged nobody to cheat.
In his songs, yeah, he does. He's
and
he's very
that
like,
week, Michael Usher told me to think.
Listen, you talk about a country.
Attention, please.
You're talking about a country and a people who have used worse excuses for actions.
And I feel like all of this is excuses.
It is, but here's the thing about an excuse. The word excuse, by literal definition, is nothing more than justification. We always use excuse as this is the reason why I'm trying to get out of whatever the situation is. The definition, the overall definition of an excuse is a justification. I am giving you a reason as to why I did. Whether it's valid or not is not the point of an excuse. Whether it is a good one or not is not the point of an excuse. It is simply the reason why a thing happened. And so, yes, absolutely small-minded. But what about this dude, the little that we know of him, is saying that he is a great thinker or anybody who has
intelligent.
That's what I was looking for, and who has any kind of emotional intelligence. The thing I think people are dealing with for the most part is, at what point is he allowed to say, or let me say it this way, at what point is he allowed to change his mind in terms of his comfortability with who she is? He met her, she was like this. Mm-hmm. Is he allowed to say, okay, you know what?
Because she announced she announced her pregnancy on Saturday Night Live by opening up her jacket in a bralette.
At what point?
All of her everything.
At what point, if any, as a boyfriend? Because remember, we only talk about boyfriends and baby dads. Ain't nobody talking about husband because this dude ain't no husband. At what point is he allowed to say, if at all, hey, I'm starting to be a little uncomfortable with how you're presenting yourself in our relationship?
You have the freedom to express yourself. And for the sake of us being respectful to one another, behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. But once you take this stuff public, your public disrespect will be met with public disrespect.
But that's the thing. He feels like he was publicly disrespected. That's what
she did not. The video she took, somebody else took that video.
I listen. I agree with you. I'm just
But the
telling you
video
in his mind, he felt
yeah,
like
but at the
he
same
was
time, the
publicly
video that
disrespected.
she took was front facing camera, here up. That video ain't even out there. She could have shared that video. Matter of fact, she didn't even share a post of the dress until he got the Twitter fingering.
I'm not disputing. I'm saying
Like
in
she was
his
like,
mind,
"Oh,
however,
if the dress is an issue, here is the full dress."
I'm not disputing that. I'm saying, however, in his mind, he felt we can't even say justifiably or not because it's how he felt. He felt like he was publicly disrespected, and he said,
And he is allowed to feel that, but
"But is he though? Because a lot of the attacks that are coming at him,
like
a lot of the attacks that are coming at him are
because
coming
he
at
made
him
it
because."
public. Keep that
But
stuff
if you,
to
but,
yourself.
but if you feel, but that was the question I was asking Sharice.
Mm-hmm.
If you get disrespected publicly, is it wrong? Yes.
She didn't go out
to-
there to disrespect him.
Intent versus impact, two separate things. The impact on him was he felt publicly disrespected. Eddie says, I mean, he's continuing on the Usher being a cheater thing. He really don't like Usher.
I don't know. I think Eddie and Charlamagne got together because Charlamagne is like,
Charlamagne is all Usher for real.
look, he said he missed you, girl.
He said, so. I mean, letting a man hug up on you, and a man in the person of Usher hug up on you that cheated on his own ex-wife's friend. Cheated with his own ex-wife's friend. This is public knowledge, and that can try a man's mind. True, because again, Usher is known to try. But see, for me in situations like that, is more.
But what about her? What about
that's what
her
I'm saying.
character?
It's more. It's
like
more a thing of
seriously
you
though,
gotta trust her. In those
how
types of scenarios.
demeaning are you thinking of her that she would allow this to happen? Yes, any guy can lust after any woman, but it's up to her to receive it. The same
That's
way,
right.
it's up to a woman. Any woman can lust after after a man, and it's up to him to receive it.
This
How
is
many
this is
times,
why you're
like,
not a guy.
I've had to have a conversation with you, like, hey, watch her.
Yeah, but this is why you're not a guy. The average guy is not as emotionally intelligent as a female because in the average woman's minds, any female can try her dude. We're mad at y'all do trip on the female, but we're mad at the dude because you're the one that chose. In the mind of a dude, that's not how the average dude. That's not how it works. In the mind of a dude,
We're so emotionally unstable, and
it's not even about what you want or not. Because so in most dudes' minds, we had to finesse our way in. It wasn't about what you want or don't want. We had to get past your defenses and we got in. And if given long enough, any dude can pull any female. This is the mind of the average dude. So
Wow.
whether or not I'm telling you this, I've been a dude, I've talked to him, I know what I'm talking about. Eddie, if I'm wrong, let him know I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I'm wrong. The average dude, it's not all dudes, but the average guy have thought that if I got in, anyone can get in. So, see, we got a guy right there shaking his head. I told you, I've been a man all my life. I know how males think. And so if another dude is pulling up on your lady, and that's the other thing, men are very possessive. So where it is for a woman, it is my boyfriend, my husband. You are associating the possession to the title. Mm-hmm. Men associate the possession to the person. We say my girl, my lady, my woman. You don't hear a whole lot of my wife, my girlfriend. It's my lady, my woman. So if a guy pulls up on my woman, he might try to get her. And so I got to subvert this thing. Even Eddie jumped on and said, I'm not wrong. I promise you, I'm not a part. No offense to the community. Please don't jump on me for this. But I'm not a part of the community. I have manufactured parts. I got all the parts I gave me. I ain't doing alterations. I didn't adjust my DNA. I don't feel like I am in the wrong body. And I'm not no shade on y'all who do and all those things. I'm just telling you how I have lived my whole life. I have talked to males. I've counseled them. I've been in locker rooms with them. I've heard their relationship problems from middle school all the way through. This is how dudes think. This dude is fragile and hurt because he saw a dude who's got more than him in his mind, who, if given enough time,
So he's only upset because he
finesse his
felt
way.
competition.
Not competition, someone who can win. No dude is. If that had been Jaleel White, this is not a conversation. If that had been Flavor Flav, this is not a conversation. This is Usher Raymond, a dude who is not competition, but in a competition on paper can win. I'm not having that as a dude if in his mind. So he's not going to point at Usher for pulling up on his girl who Usher knows is in a relationship. No. Same way we victim blame when it comes to sexual assault and whatnot. You shouldn't have worn that. You should have known better. But that's the fragile mind of the male ego.
Fragile mind.
Oh, don't act like women they
Right.
got fragile minds too.
No, so no.
Not in that particular kind of area.
So
y'all's
no, when it comes to
minds.
stuff like I really need men to. I'm sorry, Sharice. I know you the guest, but I really need men to stop thinking that we don't know what we want when we want, and we let in who we want to let in when we
Facts.
want to.
That is that.
Can we be hit on by a whole bunch? Me, I can go to that concert with or without you. Usher could do the same thing to me, and the same result Keke Palmer would have got. Usher got more money than you. He's younger than you. He's more physically fit than
Is
you.
Usher young? Yeah, he is young.
He's younger than you.
Oh, he's way more physically fit.
He's
Jesus.
way more physically, and he could do all of that. You have no worries because in my mind, this is not competition.
That's
Exactly.
now you thankfully
Now,
are married
and-
to somebody who's a little different. I ain't him.
So, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, so for me, like we want who we want. Now, I have told you on several occasions, do not put me in a room with Method Man. I might fold like a pretzel
But see that. But hold on. that also
because I want to.
to Eddie's point, because Eddie said we also don't know how many times he has talked to her behind closed doors. We also don't know what experiences she has had with Usher in the past. The point is
Yeah, we
that
really don't know
a
her-
lot- and
Her relationship with Usher is like.
and much like you said with Meth, we don't know if
I said it in
and-
the demons. Look, don't put me in a room with
w-
Method Man.
don't worry, you don't have to worry about none of that.
Man.
If we ever put those two in a room together, I promise you a funeral is happening for one of them. Because Method Man's married too. Somebody got to go. Either she gonna go or he gonna
What
go.
a way to go.
And I don't think I can take Meth unless I take him from behind. I ain't never seen his wife, but if she's strong enough to stay with Meth, I'm sure she probably
Oh no,
can
she
do
was
some
about
things.
stick. Like, man, respect to her.
Yeah, one of them is not walking out, so I ain't worried about that. But to that same point, we don't know what Keke may have
This
said to
dude.
him.
He had
About
to-
Usher.
He had to clear all that up.
Oh, listen, I do that all the time, and she act like Meth is the only one. It's Meth, it's Randy Orton, and it's one other that she was
It's not
like,
Randy Orton
Oh no,
anymore.
no anymore. So she says because
It's not.
he ain't been around.
all
He
Meth.
ain't been on television in a
Huh?
while.
It's all mess.
It's all mess.
Oh, it's always been Meth. And then she saw Randy Orton. And then she was like, Randy. And then she found out that he said the N-word while playing a video game to
said
some little N-word who deserved to be called N-word. But because Randy doesn't have the complexion for the protection to say N-word, she got offended. But
Yeah,
he's
that
also
was
he's also from St. Louis.
And that was it.
yeah.
He's also from St. Louis. But I promise you, if Randy was right in front of her face right now,
No.
and showed her his abs, that's the first thing she wound up seeing.
The N-word just is all you're gonna see, right?
She's saying that because there's no way in the world Randall Keith Orton is getting in the same room with Philonda Nicole Wright Jones. I promise you,
Said my whole government.
I sure did. Ain't no way. It ain't happening.
Government.
Clench your pearl.
But but again, as much as we're talking in terms of the topic or in terms of the springboard, I still have the same question. Not that it really applies to me because me and Philonda we set a lot of things in place from the time we started dating to even now.
So like,
But what are the rules overall? Because every relationship is different. But what are the basic rules and responsibilities that a person can or cannot have in a relationship? Eric said Randy can give me an RKO.
see, Eric
But what are the rules and responsibilities of a person in a relationship? In particular, for us right now in this room, because we have a 22-year-old in the room who's our studio audience, who's in a relationship, who needs the wisdom of some folks who's older. What can you, aside from being public, what can you, can't you say, what, or any person, what can they say or do?
I think if you're going to be in a relationship, like this is to me, like when it comes to boyfriend and girlfriend and things like that, this is a temporary position and you are vying for a job. So you should act accordingly. Whatever the rule, when you start any job, they always give you a manual, a handout, and these are our rules and regulations per the company. I think you should start like that. Like that was me.
Face when she's saying that.
Sorry, I think
Like,
differently.
what just happened?
So like even when me and Jesse got together, there were hours and hours and hours of conversation about likes and dislikes and what the standard is, like out of the gate. And I think men should know this. Like seriously, this is a conversation that should be had before people start sleeping together. Like, what are your intentions when you're dating? Once that conversation is established, Jesse let me know right out of the gate. He was like, look, I'm dating to marry. I'm monogamy was his thing. And I was like, ooh, look at that. Let's see how long this goes. I was like, I don't know about marriage. Marriage is I've seen some things. I don't know about that. And some other stuff. Like I'm like, clear that other situation up first before we start talking about that. But like there has to be some conversations. Whatever the dictation of your relationship should be, one-on-one conversations had between y'all in the beginning, before sex, before children, before we start throwing useless titles out there like baby daddy, before we start doing any of these things. Don't do permanent things with temporary people. So now because you have a child by her, and I have understood this, I didn't believe it was a thing with black men. I really did not, up until I had one by one. That you think that a baby daddy, that having a child by someone gives you
not you.
I'm sorry.
People, men, some,
Men.
not all, because
Yeah, like
You know she's not talking to you.
hey,
Right.
she said you as a whole. I need to clear. I'm all about clear.
so for there to be that whatever that group or percentage of men is that think that just because you have a child by someone, then now you have permanent all access to that person. A child does not give you permanent residency.
Does not.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It just means that now we are now responsible for the life that we brought into this world. But as far as me, my body, my access, and anything that has anything to do with that, what I wear, how I think, no, you don't have permanent right to that. We have a child. I am not your child. You did not give birth to me. And I won't treat you accordingly. I don't have permanent residence over you. Look, when my baby daddy and we broke up, I was like, do what you do. Do what you do. It's over between us. Do what you do. Just when my child is around, treat my child like you are the example of the man in her life. Don't be disrespectful. Don't have a whole bunch of women in her face.
Good
Good,
job.
good catch. Good catch.
Don't do that, because you're telling her that it is okay for her to be one of the numbers. Don't do that. Give her some self-respect. Don't let her think that this is okay. Do that. Do that for me. But as far as me and you go, you was a temp for to begin with. No, because I'm one of the honest ones. When we got together, I was like, hey, look, dude, you got till November, because I'm leaving. I don't do long distance relationships, and I don't plan on seeing you again after this. So you got from the time that I met him, which was January, to November at max. Let me be honest with you. I ain't trying to build a life with you. And as over the course of the time that we dated, he saw qualities in me that he wanted to keep around for the rest of his life. And I'm like, and I do not agree to that. I don't agree to that. I don't consent to that, and I don't agree to that. So when I found out that I was pregnant by him, I let him know, like, this doesn't change how I feel about you. I can't see me spending the rest of my life with you. even though you've made a permanent decision about my body that I don't agree with. Sabotage the birth control. You made a permanent decision about my body that I don't agree with. I let you know out of the gate, I don't want no children by you. You have a child. She's beautiful, lovely. I love her.
Don't you get no ideas on sabotaging. That's why I'm not gonna let her tell the story. How don't you get no ideas on sabotaging? Sorry, go ahead.
But this is my
That
body
dude
and
ain't
my
ready for no
life.
baby. He ain't trying to sabotage nothing.
Hey.
But he
I'm
might
just-
need to know. He
Hey.
might need to know the details of sabotage so he can make sure
No,
he's not the one
the
being
details
sabotaged.
of sabotage. Yes.
Because
see-
he want to
see
make
how-
sure
see how- see how he
because he want to
leaned
make
in?
sure it ain't him getting sabotaged.
To be discussed off air.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that off here.
But yeah, so when it comes to stuff like that, this is why it's important that y'all have these conversations up front. That was a private conversation. If any conversation need to be had, because we don't discuss. We don't really in terms of their relationship. We just know that he's the big daddy.
So ends up another point, and I'm gonna give his statement, then I'm gonna pose as a question, and Sharice, I'm gonna let you jump in first because you the guest, you ain't said too much, even though you the guest, just trying to build. This is not the moment to mind your business, drinking your water. This is the moment to not mind your business
What
while
is
you're drinking your water. Podcasts are not the time you mind your business.
Water.
He said it's also up to the woman to recognize that she's cuddling with a man that is known to take advantage of that type of situation. So, is there? That was it was no.
Wasn't a cuddle.
That's once
They see
again.
it as a cuddle.
Once again, you were seeing it in the difference of between how a dude sees it and how a female sees it.
I've hugged both bishops for as long.
Wait,
in
hold
front
on.
of you.
Hold on. But first of all, once again, I ain't him. I'm different.
saying.
I'm a different dude. Second, neither one of them have been known to take advantage of these kinds of situations. Usher Raymond has. Let's remember who we're talking about. I'm pulling Charlemagne here. Let's actually, he wrote an entire song that says, "Don't leave your girl in a room with me. I will steal your girl." He calls himself Mr. I Will Steal Your Girl. So, is there a responsibility on Kiki to recognize who you're in the room with? In particular, and this is specific to her situation because of who she is as well. This ain't gonna happen to the average female because ain't nobody taking pictures of you. Mm-hmm. But for her and her situation as a celebrity, cameras are always on you, whether it be TMZ or Negroes with their cell phones. Mm-hmm. Does she have some, even if it's only a little, some responsibility to recognize I'm on stage in the public eye and everybody now knows I'm in a relationship. Mm. And this is a dude who was notorious for philanthropy. I'm sorry, not philanthropy, philandering, that's the word, and womanizing. Maybe I give him a church hug. Or maybe not hug him at all.
I think
and maybe when I walk away from him, if you see the full video, I don't stop and do a butt stick out pose.
That was before he came over.
That was also she walked away. When you watch the whole video, she walks away, she stops and goes, and then goes to her seat. Like those are some of the little small details people ain't talking about. Is there? I have my own thoughts on it, but is there a responsibility on her? I'll let y'all two go first. I'll start with you, ma'am.
I really don't see what the issue is. I mean, she's always in the public eye, and it's not like she always dressed appropriate. And if you can't
She
trust
always
your
on
woman,
somebody else in the pub when she's in the
what
public
I'm
eye.
saying is, you're supposed to know your woman. Just because she's up there, got a hug, did a dance in the public eye, because she is in the public. I don't see what the issue is. I honestly. I don't see
So
where.
she bears no responsibility.
No, not. I mean, because she.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
He's supposed to know his woman is not gonna go at the hours and go hook up Usher.
Okay. What say you?
So
I like that breathing.
Cause she's ready to go off, but I ain't gonna let her. I'm only gonna give you 2 minutes.
So
I thought he had his hand on the cord.
I'm getting ready to take me another drink in a second.
So I think she acted as she should have. Look, when people are going, I don't care who you are, married, single, when you are going for the Usher experience, those who are gay, those who are straight, when you're going for the Usher experience in Las Vegas for this residency, you are going for the full show. And if you so be privileged, because it's not only celebrities that he is coming up to. I've seen videos. There are plenty of videos out here where people who went and had the Usher experience. When you are going there, you're going for all of that. It's like I'm going to the Chippendales, going to go see the Magic Mike show, Chippendales in Vegas, and oh my God, there was a man with his pants off. There. You know exactly what you signed up for. You want that.
So we're assuming he's been to an Usher concert or knows about the Usher experience.
Then he had to be living up under a rock.
I know who
You
Usher
choose
is.
not to.
I know
This
who.
is a
No,
20
I know who he is.
late
And
30s.
Usher is not his necessary generation singer.
Everybody knows
I know
what
who-
goes on.
I know
Everybody knows
everybody.
the videos.
I know who Usher
Because it's,
is. I know
different
his music.
videos.
No,
It's different videos of him
too many
with different
videos.
women.
This is
and
the first time
different
outside of his music.
so she
First
the
time I've
first
ever
one.
seen anything concerning his
That's 'cause
concert.
you live
Much
under a
like
rock.
before there was some big kerfuffle about Janet. I didn't know she did stuff at her concert.
Yeah,
but
let's dive into that with Janet.
even if you're saying that, even if you're saying that I
Janet
should
mounts
have.
grind. Look,
Yeah, she mount him up.
if the shoe was on the other feet, we were at the Janet
Well,
Jackson
actually,
concert, and she
that's
called
exactly-
you up on stage.
That's it. I would go, but that's exactly what Eddie said. He said, "Let's not excuse agency on both sides. Black women as a whole, not anybody in particular. Black women would be mad if their boo was dancing around with a recognized gargle and and let it get posted on social media." Then he goes on to say, to continue his thought, "Wasn't it Waiting to Exhale that advocated burning clothes, cars, and personal possessions? I mean, they do stuff too." So his point is well taken. Like,
my grandmother.
so let's remove Janet
That's
from
my
the
move,
equation, right? Because typically, and this is what I found out listening to Charlamagne, typically Janet wasn't. Janet would just pull a random.
Yeah.
When Usher, but when he's in the midst of his concert, he asks, "Where are the single ladies?" And then purposely goes for someone who doesn't raise their hand.
Is she married?
He asked, "Where are the single ladies?" And so wait, but wait, we know as how we deal with single and is anybody who is not married. The world deals with single as anyone who doesn't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, anyone who's not attached. Try to do it the spiritual church God way. They doing it their way. Usher ain't out, as far as I know, ain't been nowhere near church in years. So he ain't looking at it through those perspectives. Who got a man? Who don't? He purposely goes and pull up those.
And he's
who got a man?
also done it to marry women. I can't think of who
That's-
it is.
People
Was
who got
sitting in her husband's lap. He came over, did the thing,
That's what I'm
gave
saying.
the Usher experience, did
But
the thing. The husband sat there the whole time.
But that's that's Eddie's point. He's notorious for this stuff. And with the shoe on the other foot, now watch this.
that's what
Hold
you're
on,
paying for.
hold on. What the shoe on the other foot now? Wasn't it just a month or so before that? What's his name, Mr.
Me
Three?
Too, Janelle.
What's Mr. Three? Chance the Rapper
Oh,
got crucified for being at an event that's notorious for that kind of behavior and letting a chick grind on him, and all everybody said was, "Oh my God, he should know better. He's a piece of trash. He's this, he's that, and the whole nine."
and so the two things are not the same.
How so?
So Chance is married. Chance professes Christianity. He professes Christ. He took his butt down there, and I understand. Hold on.
Professors Christ too, just for
So
the record.
okay, so he took his butt down there to celebrate his birthday. You know that your wife is at home with the kids. He grabbed this woman by her hips and pulled her booty into him. This is where
As she was already twerking in front of him, the
Doesn't
full video.
matter.
Wait. The full video shows her twerking in front of him. He grabbed her and pulled her in. Right. Kiki walked to Usher.
Usher
and grabbed
came
him.
over there.
She walked.
But as
She
you
said
said,
there
that person
before-
is married, though. You said
Right.
that's the difference. You said married.
You said married.
But again, once again, what the portion that we're splitting hairs is now between we who are Christian, fully walking, believing Christians, and the world itself. The world looks at it, that status, as single, attached, and then married is another level of attached.
But you just said that gentleman was married.
Chance
So
the Rapper
there's
is
difference.
married.
So
But I'm
doesn't.
sa-
He don't count in the scenario
but
because we were talking about single
but the
people.
principle's still the
like
same.
the person who posted
Folks
the
lost their
video
minds
of
about it.
Chance.
But he's married.
Yeah.
That's different. He's
Yeah.
married. He wasn't single.
Folks lost their minds about it, but his wife didn't.
I'm just
And if
that's different. But I'm
and
just
if his
saying he's
wife-
married.
If his wife had went out there on social media and posted up a video and had something about it, then what we gonna say? This is the same thing. Going back to something like not the same, but the same realm. For all of us who were, what was it, Rice in the elevator?
Oh, Ray Rice. Yeah.
Yeah, for all of us women who were completely outraged at his abuse,
Yes.
his physical assault of her, and
like,
the way
mind your
he
business.
dragged her away. This chick came on there, was like, "Look, we getting married." I took that L, mind your business, and all we could do as the other women who were backing her in the disrespect, we were more offended than she was. We were like, "Ain't nothing we can do about it."
But even still, the principle and the foundation is still the same. Chance went down. Chance went down to a place notorious for that kind of behavior. With his
Just
boys
because
It's
they
not
doing
celebrate.
it, just
Wait a
because
second,
they
hold
doing
on.
it, don't mean that you gotta
I'm not
participate.
saying he had to. I'm really, for the most part, on your side. I'm just asking the questions.
Well, we just
He was
telling
for-
you
he was
it's
for-
different
he was-
because that man is married.
But the logic of how it's different isn't computed. Yes, he's married and Kiki's not. But that aside, because if we're saying that the only time a person has the right to be that kind of upset over a situation like that is if they're married. That. But the reality is that's not what people or even y'all would think. Nobody is going to say that the only time a person has the right to be that kind of upset like Kiki's baby daddy was is if he was married. Because the reality is, if they were married, they would still have the same problem. Because some outlets wrongly are reported that they are married. It's wrong. They're not married.
Yeah.
And the comment section with those reports is the same.
And I think for
Jumping
him,
down his
where
throat
he's-
for the thing.
where he stuck his foot in his mouth is so he was offensive on multiple levels.
Yes.
For
I
one,
agree.
like you made act like just like
I just saw Janelle's comment. She said, "Nah." She's back on. Back when we were talking about Janet or Usher.
Oh.
She said, "Nah, I'm taking video. And okay, and I'm hyping them up." And Janelle, I wholeheartedly
look,
believe
like
you
real
would.
talk. I'm just, can I be up there too? I'm like, let me come too. Let her do it, Jesse. Let her do it.
And real talk for y'all who don't believe so.
Going to
This woman over
see
here
that
to my
other
left,
outfit?
y'all's
Like she-
right. This woman over here in the
Yes.
blue, she would absolutely believe. She would do that.
I'm up there with a camera, like, yeah, do it.
Either she's gonna do that, or if she was a dude, she would be like what Charlamagne said. Charlamagne on the Breakfast Club said this. He said he wants to go to an Usher concert because he loves Usher. His wife loves Usher, and he said, "Usher, I dare you to come to my wife. I dare you to come and try and serenade my wife, cause you gonna grab her, and I'm gonna grab your left hand. She gonna be on your right." And I'm gonna be on your left, and you gonna be serenading both of us. And I forget the song he told him that he better sing to her. But he got a song he wants him to sing to her too. That's gonna be her. Oh no, this ain't gonna be a solo experience. I'm getting this.
well, I mean, he's known to be a swinger before, so I guess it wouldn't matter.
Who? Charlamagne? Charlamagne not known to be a
Nah,
singer?
I ain't know about him.
Usher? Yeah. I'm. It
He
burns.
used to
All I
live with
know.
Diddy.
Look, she sing anytime, any place. I'm like, yeah. I'm more excited to hear. Jesse be like, no, don't do it. Please don't touch me. I don't like to be touched. And I'm
I sure would. I promise you, I might go to jail tonight because she might get knocked out by accident.
Hold your hands out, honey, so they can strap you down. Hold your hands out like this.
Now, Janelle makes a good point. She says, I mean, the issue really is that the idea of time is lost, be it married or not. But it still brings back what is the rights and responsibilities. And does that right include the fact, or not the fact, does that right include that you lose a bit of your autonomy when you are attached to someone, be it married or not,
I
and then
think
to what degree if it does.
but I think that's a
I don't know.
conversation.
Dates. I don't know.
I think that's a question for the individuals in the relationship, whether you be monogamous or polyamorous or whatever your label of relationships or whatever that word we saw earlier.
Wait, I think I still have it on my phone. Go
I'm like, what? I had to look it up. I'm like, what? What is this? Whatever your status of your relationship, like these things need to be discussed ahead of time. If there is some of my autonomy being taken away, then it needs to be agreed upon. Like when I was out there in the world and I was dating, I'm like, look, there's 2 rules in this. Like whatever you agree to, whatever we agree to from this point on, we doing it. So it's not you cheating. We cheating. Just so you know, like I ain't got to discuss this with you. And I've had some people to test and try me on that, and they have been rudely awakened by that because they thought I was joking. I'm like, oh no, sweetie. Remember when I had called you and you didn't answer? This is all you need to know. It's not you cheating. We're cheating. Oh, you was with some other dude? Oh, look at you and your feelings right now. No, you don't get to do that because we discussed that and had this agreement. So no, absolutely not. Squash all of that right now with your little feelings because you started it, but I'll finish it.
Janelle goes on to that has to be agreed upon, and it can't be wishy-washy.
Right,
like
you
he
have
is
to
mad
agree
because
upon
he didn't have control over the picture and the or video. Again, I don't think it's that he's upset he didn't have control over. I think that helped fuel the fact that he was upset.
And his point, especially because he made it a point to say this. I don't think a mother should dress like that. Just because we have children, then now we automatically become old wives. Like we need to be put out the. Are we supposed to end up in a burqa because we've had children? Where they do that at? That may work in some countries, in some relationships, in some religion.
Yeah.
But here in the United States of America, that is not a thing. A lot of women, even because they grown women, after they have children. All of this, I'm packing back. I did not get until after. This is the one thing that I do thank Freddie for. After I had a baby.
Miss Tay comments it's on the thing, but it's not. I don't know why it's not yeah. She said, "Live your best baby daddy life, complete with fairy dust and glitter. Just leave me out of its drama, because the moment it comes to my door, Houston, we have a problem." Eddie comes back and says, "Don't put your man in public as your only love that you are having a baby with, and then allow yourself to be hugged by a sheep in a respectful way." I think Eddie is more upset than Usher, and he's than anything.
Could have been anybody else.
Anybody else. Problem. But because it's Usher, there's a problem.
He like everything about Usher just Peter.
And Eddie, I ain't even mad at you, Eddie. I ain't even mad at you for that. He so goes on to say his comment on that seemed personal and something that they discussed or argued about. Again, we don't know. You're right, he said, and then he says, "No, it's not just that it's Usher. It's respect." It sounds like it's Usher. I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna question you. I'm just saying it sounds like it's Usher.
Sound like it's Usher.
Because had it been like Wanye Morris, who is a phenomenal singer as well, but is not known for that kind of behavior. But I also think that also may be a portion of her baby daddy's issue, as well as the public defense and slander of both sides. Is that Usher is known for stuff? Because if it was Wanye, better yet, if it was Barack Obama and she was hugged up on like that, we probably would jump down her throat for being in his presence like that.
Oh yeah,
let's tell the truth.
Let's be honest.
I'm
like
quite sure
she
Michelle
can't go
would've
to the
checked
White
that.
House in that. Yeah, but Michelle about that life. Let's not. She's still from the South Side of Chicago. Michelle about that life, and she
would have checked on.
She would have respectfully disrespected her.
But that's why I found this so this.
But for the
so
context of her environment, for the environment in her outfit was appropriate. For the environment, this is it's called the Usher Raymond experience. it's that way for a reason. Like
It is.
you are looking to be chosen going there. Like if you
That's why she was in front row.
right.
No, she's in front row because she could afford to be front
I'm
row.
saying that's why she was in front row.
No, like that
The
whole
experience. That's why she did.
yeah, that whole table section right there, and it's not even the front row. That whole table section right there, that you pay good money for that VIP, and he walks it every
He
night
better for as much money as it costs.
for as much money as it costs. Look, Usher, I'm gonna need a lap dance. If it was
I need to get pregnant.
Beyonce, I'm gonna need a lap
I need
dance.
I need to have a baby for as much money.
But
And I don't mean she have my baby. I mean I need to physically have a
pregnant.
baby for as much money as them front row tickets cost.
Yeah, them seats right there. That's what them seats are for. Like real talk. Like this.
Y'all both petty right now. Just both of y'all right now.
Google how much them front row
No, I'm
tickets
just saying,
cost.
you want to be pregnant now.
I don't want to be. I'm saying for as much money as they cost. Let's keep it a buck.
Look, I'm gonna get my money's worth in them seats. Let me.
Church, we going.
Okay,
We're
Usher. Where you going? Go and finish the song, Usher.
No movement from you. Staying right here.
Usher,
Right.
Usher, take it off right now.
I said, Usher, drop the jacket.
Ooh.
I'm like I was back in the day. I said,
I want the whole show. But no, them tickets off like so much
All
money.
cameras off.
This is one of the things. He go, I appreciate you, Eddie. I really do. He said it goes. Daggone, jumped off frame. It goes down to Kiki going around celebrating her man and then allowing him to get so angry. You're representing a relationship by your own choice. All I'm saying is respect the relationship or end it. But again, to me, Eddie, it goes down to, was it legitimately disrespectful? I mean, I get everything that you're saying. And speaking as a dude, I get everything that you're saying. At the same time, was it legitimately disrespectful? I personally have some issues with some of the things he said. For example, one of the things he says in his statement was that I am a person of morals and respect and standard, essentially saying he doesn't want his baby mama going out like that. Well, wait a second. How can you say you're a man of morals in one context and you screwed her and got her a baby without a ring in the other context?
right.
There's a mismatch there.
Your morals
Like,
ain't moraling.
For celebrities to publicly display their relationship and celebrate the person that they're in a relationship with, to me is not a bad thing. We'll go get your thing.
Oh, okay. I'll get it on the break.
You ain't gotta get on a break. You know how to do just real talk. Just go walk around past
break
camera.
anyway.
Like it for celebrities to do that is not an out of the box thinking. They celebrate each other all the time. They and especially black folks we're kind of starting to try to be conditioned to celebrate black love. If we're in black love, we post it and push it because black love and we are in this mindset of relationship goals and all that stuff, right? Those are the things that we do, and that's wonderful. But the truth of the matter is that it may not necessarily be disrespectful because this is who you got in a relationship with. Mm-hmm. If this wasn't Kiki before the relationship, maybe we may have there may be a respect kind of issue in that context. But this has been Kiki since Kiki been Kiki.
That's it.
Like Kiki has been, since she has been an adult, has been one who has had her body flaunted because she chooses to. That's how she got him. Aside from the fact that she's Keke Palmer, he was like, that one. Because of her, like, so it's not, I get where you're coming from, but I don't think, especially in this particular context, it fully applies because to me, it's not to me, it's like being mad at a stripper for staying a stripper after you got with her for being a stripper. You don't get to mad twirling around on the pole now. When you met, she was twirling around on the pole.
What she was.
If you Google Keke Palmer, and you Google images, I promise you will find some way worse pictures than that predating their relationship.
And I really don't feel like that he gets the right to shame her. Do you know how hard it is? The transitions that are, and no man could ever understand this. The transitions that our bodies go through when we have a baby. You are basically living in a shell that you have not existed in ever before. And what it takes to get comfortable with that. Like
That's right.
after I had my first child, I'm like, what? Like your clothes don't fit the same. You're nothing,
Nothing is the same.
and your self esteem. Talking about something that will take a toll on your self esteem is that. And for if this is this little bit of hope, this little bit of happiness, because I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got all the good personal trainers. I don't care if you got Beyonce's personal trainers. Those,
Yes, sir. I can see Tina's comments.
yeah, your
Well, the one anyway. I only see one from her. Keep going. I'm sorry.
yeah, like the things that go on with your self-esteem, your mind, postpartum depression, being comfortable in your own skin, have that. It ain't like she like that because she's not dressed like that all the time. She's not. Has she exposed more skin than a lot of people probably would? Yes, but she's in that industry. For the most part, since she has had this child, she has been walking around clothed up. And how do we not know is that's because she's feeling insecure about her body. She took one night to go out with her girls and feel good about herself. And he took the opportunity
To shame her.
to shame her for that. You had no problem with making her your baby mama. But you took this one thing for her, one thing, and took this opportunity to taint it. What kind of respect does he really have for her? And to be and to note, she is not publicly. She has had plenty of opportunity, many followers, and even many more followers after this. Because a whole bunch of women like, dang, I'm a mom, so I'm supposed to wear a burqa. I'm supposed to be covered from head to toe. You don't understand what I'm going through. You don't know what's going on in my head.
That's right.
The emotional, the hormonal drop alone is enough to take some of us out. You don't understand what it's like to be in my body. And you took this one moment in time to taint it, and she has not. She has not publicly disrespected him. She's not publicly addressed it.
And I don't think she will, to be honest.
I don't think she will because she's got that level of respect for him. So for you to have taken that thing and that opportunity, and this is how I know that he utterly regrets it. The next day he took it out.
Well, I don't know if he regrets it as much as
yeah.
the way those comments was coming at him, and the way
That's
the way
why he
social
took
media was
it
coming
down.
at him.
Oh yeah.
That's not a sign of regret. That's a sign of I'm sick of y'all talking to me, type thing.
He
but also,
regretted that.
He
the one trying to come out.
He came out with the tweet, the original tweet. You supposed to be baby mama though, whatever it was. That came down, but then right after he tweeted again and said some stuff, and then caught hell for that, and then took that down. It's not that he's regretting it. He's just tired of people coming at him.
Because all of these draw
you see
shots.
the shirt?
Yeah, all
the shirt she was.
Yeah,
and
all the half naked pictures that he had on that he had posted of himself. Oh, he took the whole account down because in a minute he finally found out. The more you around, the more you. He immediately found that out. Like dude, you did this. You did this to yourself.
And you're right, and it does come down to what they agreed to and what they didn't, which is why I kind of want to push back on the statement you said where you said that we don't know the conversation that they had and that men don't typically trip for no reason. That's true, but not. No. To a degree, it's true. It's men don't men don't typically trip when they don't typically trip in their own minds for no reason. It is normally because of something, whether they've said it or not, that has gone on in their mind. The thing is, however, is that typically men, especially fragile men as he has shown himself to be, to me, if this had been a conversation that they had in the midst of his tweet or the second tweet, he'd have said it. He came out with, "Oh no, so y'all coming at me, but y'all don't understand. We've talked about this before. We've had this discussion before about her retirement. Then there would have been a whole other different kind of conversation." I don't believe that they really have had this type of conversation about it before. I believe that this
And
was
the
something that
video he
came out of the
posted
blue.
of his own, her shaking her butt.
Now, they may have had an argument before she went to Vegas and he was still in his feelings or whatever, but I don't believe that her attire came up in a conversation before. But you're absolutely right in the last part of, yeah, it comes down to both to what they have agreed to in the course of their relationship. But it seems that in the course of their relationship, this is not something that they have agreed to. This is not something that's come up. This is not something that has been a thing for them. And so now all of a sudden it is a thing because, again, you met her as an entertainer. Like on average, yes, there is a thing to be said about what each party in a relationship deems respectful or not. But in this context, as an entertainer, in that world, there are allowances you have. Okay, let me say it like this, now, Chef, because we got to go take a quick break and then go on to the next topic. It's like this. So, in the entertainment world is a lot like the church world in this regard. I'm a pastor. My wife is a pastor's wife. The church as a whole, especially the black church, on average is between 75 to 90% women. Because I am a man and the pastor, well, not so much because I'm a man, but because I am a pastor. No, that does not mean you get to try to be a pastor right away. I'm just messing with you. Because he sat up for that portion.
These women?
Because I am a pastor, I have an obligation with the members of my church. The man that's sitting in front of us that y'all can't see, her son, and Nicodemus, who's also a member of our church. That's really all the male members, consistent members we have. We have one more who is kind of sometimey. But outside that, we're 90% women. In order for me to do my job, there are allowances she has to make. That the average woman wouldn't have to deal with. The average woman doesn't have to deal with some woman texting or calling her husband at 9 o'clock at night, talking about, I got a problem. Will you hear from me? Will you counsel me? Will you talk to me? This has not happened. This portion has not happened, and I already have a way to make for if it winds up happening. But the average woman doesn't have to deal with somebody calling at 2 o'clock in the morning talking about, hey, I'm in the hospital. Can you come pray for me? I already have a plan for if that ever happens. My folk know you in the hospital 2 o'clock in the morning.
With me.
You will still be in the hospital probably at 11 o'clock. Call me at 11 o'clock. Then we'll talk about coming at 2 o'clock. But those things are allowances that the average person doesn't have to make. When you are a celebrity in entertainment, there are allowances that the average person doesn't have to deal with. As the boyfriend to a female celebrity, black female celebrity in this culture, you know what you have to deal with? The fact that sex sells. Mm-hmm. Black women unfairly are still sex to the consumer and to Hollywood and even the music business. Mm-hmm. And so in order to be able to stay afloat, you have to keep your body right. You have to have these certain things done. And you also have to show it off as if you are accessible even when you're not. Mm-hmm. The world knows that Gabrielle Union is married with 2 kids to Dwayne Wade. And I thought they had 2.
They have 1.
They got 1.
1 together. He has 3 boys.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, She got a kid with Dwayne Wade. They've been married for some time now. And you know what she still has to sometimes do? Because she just had to have to go off on a fan with it.
Incident.
Oh, she had to go. No, not just the dress. She had to go off on a fan who talking about she at 50 and as a mother should be wearing a bikini. Yeah. But D Wade got to put up with that because she's not out of the entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. When you get in that business, that's things you got to deal with.
Russell Wilson,
this is the same kind of dude. Mm-hmm. This is the same kind that's going to have a problem the first time Kiki has to do a sex scene in the movie. Like, there are certain things that you just have to know you're going to have to deal with when you're dealing with a black woman in the entertainment field until it changes. And the reality is, a woman in the entertainment field, other ethnicities of women, white women, Asian women, whatever, don't have to deal with it as much as I see black women have to deal with it, but they still have to deal with it. There are things you got to deal with in the entertainment industry as the person attached to that, to someone in the entertainment field. The other folk ain't got to deal with until Kiki gets to Viola Davis. She ain't got to work. She gonna have to work on some things. And Viola Davis
is the only one that I've never seen have to do a sex scene.
She did one, but it wasn't full on out like we see now. She did one in How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay,
a couple actually. She did.
Oh, yeah,
she had it
with
her husband before he died, and then she had to play lesbian. Deal with the woman. So even her, but she was very fully covered for the most part in it. And
Halle Berry got an Oscar for being.
It's right. Holly had to show him. Show us some hidden things before we hand you anything. Like, so I get what you're saying, but at the same time, there is a balance and some things that has to be understood when you're dealing with somebody in that arena. Tina says real quick, she says, the more that people continue to condone inappropriateness, nothing will change. That is true. But we also have to have a fair understanding on both sides as to what actually is inappropriate or not. Are we going to be upset at Kiki because she did it, period? Or are we going to be upset because she did it and got filmed doing it with Usher? Because truth be told, in terms of inappropriateness, she gave him a little more than a church hug. She walked and showed off herself like everybody else does, and the dress that some people have an issue with, she was so fully covered underneath it. It was basically a one-piece black swimsuit underneath a lace top, and it's Vegas, and it's 9 million degrees in Vegas. It is 90-something degrees right now at 8 o'clock here in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I can imagine how hot it was in the desert. So we have to have a gauge on what we're talking about is inappropriate as well. I don't think we can just put it in one box. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break because we have talked with this a long time, and I like it. I like the fact that we did. I like the emotions involved with it. I like the conversation involved with it. But we'll be right back after these words from one of our sponsors.
When you look your best, you feel your best. When you look together, you feel together. Where do you go when you need the right accessories? You come see me. I have everything you need for the colors, for the classics, for the rings, for the bling, for every outfit. For your casual outfits, for your formal outfits, for your work outfits, for your hangout with your girls outfits, for your going out to dinner outfits. Anytime you need the accessories to add that bling to your life, come see me. I am Maya Jordan, and I am the owner of Crown Jewel. You can find me on Facebook at Maya Jordan. That's MayaJordan. And I am also on Instagram as Queen Elizabeth Jordan. So the next time you need some accessories or any kind of consulting, feel free to see me, inbox me, or catch one of my lives. Have a great evening.
We're back. All right. We are so glad that you stuck around with us. We my lovely wife, she's off camera trying to help get us some air because Jesus, it is hot. But as soon as I said how hot it was, I began to recognize how hot I am right now. Lord have, yes, thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. There is a fountain that's flowing with ice. I ain't gonna say blood. I know how the hymn goes, but I need one flowing with ice right now. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. What's up? I got one right over here. Like 17 right back here. Give me a second. I'm gonna come back to y'all. Right by where my mouse is. Okay,
Thank
so the heck. I don't. Oh, okay. No, okay. Because I had moved the mouse, I started to see something about the mic. I'm like, the mic ain't cut off. Okay, so I'm kind of excited for this segment, because it's a bunch of randomness. So, like I said, we had a previous guest that was supposed to be on, and some things happened, life happened, and he had to spend some time with his family doing some family stuff, which is absolutely wonderful to do.
But he is to come.
But he is to come. We're gonna have
Dr.
we're
Donna.
gonna get him back in August.
I love doctors.
And so, but that left Philonda and I to try to figure out what we gonna do for a second topic, because that topic was really specific for him. Like, there's nobody else we could have this conversation with but him. In particular, because of the intellect of the conversation, it really needed him. I am not even capable intellectually of being able to articulate what the topic was without him. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So we was like, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So we started looking, and my wife loves this thing that she sees it more with what's the comedian's name again? Ty Davis, comedian Ty Davis on her Instagram. She does these things called "Am I the Butthole?" but it doesn't say butthole, and she reads it off. Huh? What's about?
Buffer.
Okay.
Oh, it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's about mine.
Did just buffer on there.
Oh well, I mean, it's probably gonna buffer a little bit. As long as I got sound, be good for the most part.
Okay.
Anyhow, she does this thing called "Am I the Butthole?" She gets it from Reddit, who has a whole slew of these letters that people write in, giving their scenarios, asking, "Am I the butthole?" But they don't say butthole. They use another term for it, the animal term for it.
AITA. Just Google AITA Reddit.
And so we started going through. All right, Eddie, we appreciate you, sir. And so we started going through some of these, and we started asking, okay, so what we gonna do? We started reading a bunch of them, and I came across one that I love. Tina says to you, I just want to say, my sister makes a show podcast awesome. She keeps the conversation popping. She keeps the conversation popping, baby. And so we came across this one, and I read it, and I was like, not only does it kind of fit the conversation we've been having, but I just find it so fascinating. So check this out. I'm going to read the letter to y'all. That is not short, but it's not long, so bear with me. And then we're going to talk about it. The topic of the letter of Am I the Butthole from Reddit says, am I the butthole for paying child support?
Oh, your face let me know
Strap
already.
in.
There it is.
And get ready, because it's got some twists and turns to it. It's got some things to it. It says, I have my older kids during the school year and half the summer, and my ex has them the other half the summer and most holidays. My wife is pregnant with our second child, and she told me we needed to talk about my child support for the kids. She said it makes no sense for me to be paying my ex when I have the kids more than 50% of the time. She said she knows a good lawyer we can use. I admitted to her that the child support isn't a court order. My ex and I agreed to the agreement. We came to an agreement. The thing is that she is struggling a lot financially because she is disabled and can only work part-time. She's able to pay her rent and bills mostly. But I want the kids to be able to enjoy their vacations and not feel stressed that a trip to the arcade will bankrupt their mother. Also, my oldest child isn't exactly my ex-wife's. They just bonded a lot when we were married, and he thinks of her like a mom, so if anything, I probably owe her more for him. My wife said if she can't take care of the kids, then she shouldn't be spending so much time. They shouldn't be spending so much time in her care. I feel like she's missing the point. It's not just about the money. It's very delicate, and some things just shouldn't be tinkered with. She feels like I'm blowing her off and being disrespectful to her. I said I'm not trying to disrespect her, but this really isn't any of your business. She said, I'm taking food out of her baby's mouth, but saying it isn't her business. She's pissed off, and I'm not sure if I'm a butthole or is she just hormonal. What y'all think?
So much in there. Okay, so let me clarify one thing before we get started.
These children.
So this oldest child is with his ex-wife, but not.
It's not his ex-wife. So
It's
apparently,
not his. So he had an
sounds
outside
like-
baby
yup.
that the ex-wife is raising also.
yup, that's what it sounds like.
Whoa!
Because
So
the,
the
because the
oldest
child
one don't
bonded.
belong?
The oldest one doesn't
Does
belong
not
to the
belong
ex-wife.
to the ex-wife.
It belongs to him, but not the ex-wife.
But
And
it's-
because
Oh,
because that
okay.
child bonded with his ex-wife so much, and
So
called
when
her
all the
mom,
kids go,
they all go. Yeah, they're all with
Yes.
the ex-wife. So
Okay.
apparently, at some point, he got custody of that child
Mm-hmm.
during
Okay.
their marriage, and she's still with him or with her.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Oh, all right.
Wow. Okay, it's too many kids going on.
So here's what it is. He's got at least 2 kids with the ex, or at least
With the
one kid
current
with the ex, and one outside of the marriage that's with the ex. So 2
Okay.
kids at the exes.
So 3 kids over there.
No. I'm saying at least 2. So one kid that he knows is his. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
he didn't really specify how many
Okay.
kids is with the ex. So he's got at least one kid with the ex.
Mhm.
Wait, hold on. I think maybe he did. Hold on. Go back to the top of that. Hold
I
on.
thought it was 3 kids. That's too many dang kids going on.
Ooh. But I will say, hope he gets
No,
the
he
same.
doesn't kid the ex.
So
His
he's saying
oldest
it's 3.
child
Right.
isn't actually his ex-wife's. So
Okay, so
Okay.
he's
2
got
kids.
he got out of wedlock kid with the ex.
Uh-huh.
At least one other kid with the ex.
Okay.
So for a total 2. His
Right.
current wife, he already has one with
And
and
one
got a
on the
second
way.
on the
So he
way.
about to
Okay,
have 4
4
kids.
kids.
Right.
Okay.
Minimum 4.
Gotcha.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
been paying child support
Uh-huh.
to his ex
Uh-huh.
for both the child they had together
And the one
and
out
the
of
child she's
bonus
raising
baby.
that isn't. I ain't gonna even go say bones. I'm gonna say surprise. You can say bones if you want to, but I
Surprise
promise
baby.
you that was not a bonus for her.
It
That
was
was
not.
surprise. And
But he did say his oldest, so he probably had that child before him and the other wife got
he
together.
just specified. No,
I know, but anyway.
even if you want to say he had her before they got together, she's still with him. He's still with her, the ex.
Right.
I feel like if you had this child before or during, once we leave, that one should have gone with you.
Right.
But he stayed with mama, or he stayed with the ex because he feels like
That's
ex
his
is
mama.
mama. They bonded. So he been paying child support to her for these 2 kids that the court didn't order. They've agreed. They made an agreement on what's going to be paid, and he probably could be paying less, but because of guilt, which is why this is not before the relationship. He said, "I feel like I should be paying for her more for him,
Right.
Because it's not exactly her baby."
So this.
So he's paying guilt. He's paying guilt money plus child support, whatever the numbers are,
All right.
to her. And the current wife is like, "You were taking food out of my baby's mouth, and I don't think you should be paying this much in child support." And she only has a problem with it now because they have a second on the way. But he still feels like he should be paying it, or he wants to pay it, and is going to pay it. Is he the butthole?
All right, Sharice, you up first.
My Lord.
I told you these get deep.
It was the my lord for me.
I mean, they're his kids. If you want to pay child support, let him. I don't know. Cause I'm still stuck on that the oldest one don't belong to her, it belong to him. It's too much going on with the butthole over here. Ugh. I mean, I had an agreement with my kid's father where he didn't pay ordered child support.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care how many extra kids he had after ours. Mine's come first. They was here first. I'm not worried about them other kids you making over there. No money's coming out of my household.
Well, he ain't said the ex has any issue one way or the other.
I'm talking
it's
about
the
his
cur-
wife. I
yeah,
ain't
it's the
worried about
current-
his wife. My kid
but you're speaking as as the child support, not as the wife whose money is leaving the house to pay this other kid,
But
this
those
other woman.
are his children.
Yeah.
But he's paying more than what he probably has to because it's an agreement. The court didn't order this. They have a handshake deal of this is how much he's going to give her a month. And she's like, she in his based off his letter, it's not that she's saying don't give child support at all, but you shouldn't be paying as much for child support. In particular, and her biggest reason, according to him, is he has the kids more than 50% of the time. So technically, he's raising them anyway.
And he's paying child support.
He's paying child support. And from what I understand of child support, I ain't getting no child support, so I ain't gonna worry about it. But from what I understand of it, because this lovely lady to my left, who is the queen of helping people get their child support and get their stuff right, she knows how to do the thing, cause she been through it. From what I understand of it is the person who has the majority custody of the child is not typically the one who pays child support. They're typically the one receiving child support.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how the court orders it too. Because
have you ever known situations?
Yes, okay. I've known situations where whoever had the kids get the child support. So yeah.
But technically, he has the kids more than 50% of the time.
I get that. So,
So
and
she
if
wouldn't be getting child support.
he still must be paying the money when the kids are with him.
Yes.
So yeah, that is an issue. That's a major issue. So I mean, if he's not willing to stop it, I mean, what is she supposed to do about it anyway? I mean, it's weird to me. Glad that ain't my situation.
Eric says, I will take the kids back if she feels some type of way. Take me to court. But he apparently
but he doesn't have an issue. So I mean, it's
him that has the issue.
It's the wife.
It's the current wife, and she only really has this issue because they got a second kid on the way. But the truth be told, I think there is also an issue, or will be an issue now, that she knows this is not a court order. Because the first thing she went to was, I know a lawyer who will get this thing reduced.
So she's thinking the whole time that it had to be a court order for the amount he's paying, and then he has more kids.
Because when you hear the word child support, the first thing you think is court order.
Court order.
It's easy about all. Because it's complex to me in a way. I'm not going to say with this butthole now. I'm going to let you talk first. But the complex portion of it to me is, through a black man's eyes, is that one of the biggest things people talk about is black men not being there for their kids. This letter doesn't say whether he's black or not, but here is a man, period, trying to be there financially and presence wise for his children, and keep them seeing their mother in a good light. Because you normally don't get both. You normally get either I'm gonna be there present and or financially, but I'm talking trash about your mama, or I'm trying to get back with your mama, but I ain't giving you no time or no money. This dude who's trying to do both, so it's hard to say he's a full butthole or not, but in context, he's a man trying to do right by his former family.
Right.
What you think?
Okay, well, here we go.
I'm about to say, come on, I scratch deep.
Here we go.
Wow. Hold that thought. Eric said, if the current wife got an issue with needing more money, I'd hand her a job application.
Wow.
Boy. And then it goes on to say, Costco is always hiring. My dude. Yo. This is why I love Eric. Eric is off the chain. Woo.
See,
and Janelle, I have no idea how many years it's been going on. He doesn't say.
It doesn't say. And then evidently he must feel like he can afford it either way.
Apparently they've been affording it, but
yeah,
a whole second kid does the numbers on your finances. I bet you he ain't budgeted for the second kid yet.
But the thing is though, I mean he had through in order for him to even be willing to change. Because he said she needed to mind her business. But his household is fine either way.
That ain't why he's saying she need to mind her business. He's saying she need to mind her business, one, because he's a dude, and that's how ignorant dudes will say, something ignorant dudes will say when it's money coming out, then you mind your business. It's the same reason why the whole issue with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle came to light months ago, whatever it was, when he was like, hey, we split stuff 50-50. People were jumping down his throat. How dare you make her pay half and you rich and all this, that, and the third. And then him and her got on this podcast and explained what the heck happened. And what literally happened was D Wade was paying for everything at first when they had their home. I think it was in Chicago, whatever. Or Miami, whatever it was. And then they got into an argument one time, and then he said something to the effect of, you don't tell me what to do in my house. And she said, oh, no, that will never happen again.
Never again.
So she's like, no, we splitting everything. So you will never be able to say
those words.
So, yeah, it's dudes generally, if it's the average, if it's coming out of theirs, my business, not yours. So it's not necessarily that they are having they are in great financial status. It is, nigga, this is my money. Don't talk to me about my money. And her whole point is, but this is my kids, and you taking money out of my kid's mouth.
So, okay, two perspectives. Is he the butthole for wanting to pay child support? No. You financially brought kids into this world. You should be financially responsible now. However, if you have 75% custody of these children and she technically only does half a summer in visitation, that's like 75%.
Well, summers and holidays, but yeah.
Yeah, so half the summer and holidays? Oh, absolutely not. We are not paying child support all year round. Yeah, we are absolutely not paying no child support all year round. I understand wanting to make sure that his kids are living at the same level of standard when they're with their mother, the non-custodial parent, as they are when they are at home with him.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that typical child support is supposed to be able to do?
Yeah, so child support is supposed to supplement the income of the custodial parent. Due to the fact that she only has 25% custody, is what it's sounding like from their agreement, then he only needs to be supplementing for the portion of which she has the children in her home. So yes, the wife is right. The dude needs to, for not because of the personal reasons, because she like, I wish this chick would keep eating off of me. That's what it sounds like.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what that sounds like. I wish this chick would keep eating off of me.
Yeah, he just told part of the story.
Right. But like, seriously though, like, no, this is a valid concern because the rest of the year, the rest of the time the kids are with him. Now, 4 children, that requires more money for them to be provided for. So there are about to be 4 kids in the house. We're just doing the numbers. Like the one that he got and the illegitimate child, we ain't gonna discuss that one.
Apology money.
Yeah, this is restitution for crimes committed. But yeah, so there should be, there needs to be a cutback on how much it's paying. Like seriously though, like you know that you only have these kids for a certain amount of days a year. Then what you really need to do is you need to be an adult and get a job. Like I don't know what this other woman does for a living.
She's disabled and can only work part-time.
Then you have to, and realistically, and I don't know why we don't do this, but have real conversations about finances with kids. Like this is what, so like when you go to mom's house, you can't ball out like you do here. And that's no disrespect, but this is what income's coming in, and this is what is possible, and it's not making it about the amount of money that's coming in. How much time she could show them according to dollars. Like, but this really needs to be a conversation had with the kids. Like, yeah, no, going to your mom's house, you can't do the stuff that you do here. Yeah, we could take you to Disney World. If you want to go every weekend, sure, we can afford to do that. Mom can't afford that.
Yeah, but then you also run the risk of
it's because
the kids beginning to look down on the mother because she can't, because they're kids. Kids are going to do that regardless.
Yeah, they're going to do that. Like,
but he doesn't want them to look down on their mom for that.
But it's a way to have that conversation because, like, when it
depends on the age.
Yeah, it really does.
That too.
Because now we can't always say that kids, kids don't always supposed to know our business,
Right.
you know. And then now we're having financial conversations with them.
But I think kids
Welcome, Maya.
like,
I didn't even see you on there. How you doing, Maya? She says, yes, I am for talking to kids about money and budgeting.
yeah, but I think like conversation need to be had. Like me and my mom were recently having a conversation, and we joke about it all the time. But like my mom really hates that my dad would throw money at the situation. My dad was that like my dad was old school. Like he's born in the 1920s. Like when I say he's old school, and like so the men were the financial providers. Like this is what they did. Like men didn't come in, men didn't nurture, men went in the house like that. Men made the money, the men give you the money. Like this is my dad. Like my dad tried
I'm
to
so
keep.
glad you can't see Eric's stuff. I'm listening to you, but I'm seeing him. He said that she could be a stay at home, and she can't say be a stay at home mom. They got work. They got work from home jobs everywhere. Let's not play the wife. Let's not play. Let's not play the wife trickster for kids. But then says
No, the next one is a killer.
disabled. Both the ex-wife and wife should be working. The only thing that should be disabled is my bank account. Can't stand it. I love you, Eric. Can't look.
This is what
Wow.
this is why we love Eric. He
Right.
gonna always bring the sizzle. I tell you.
Able.
Yeah, but yeah, like seriously, like we need to have at some point. You can't keep acting like everything is fine and everything is not fine. Like this is being unrealistic between you, the ex-wife, and your current wife. Everything is not fine. If these conversations need to be had, there need to be some adjustments. Child support is to supplement the income of the custodial parent. She is not even the custodial parent, so I appreciate him even putting forth the money. If you want to give gifts. And let's be honest, legally, that's what that is. It's not child support, it's a gift. So if you want to gift her money while the kids are in her care during that half summer and those holidays that she's there, then you and your wife discuss it. Hey, look, this is what I've been doing, and this is what I'm going to give at that time. But we talking the rest of the year when the kids ain't even there? Oh, absolutely not.
This is why
We're not gonna do that. I'm not putting
He
money
should
in
have been-
your
this is why-
pocket.
this
Paying
is
for that
why-
bonus kid.
He is.
This is why he should have been smart and not called it child support. He should have called it alimony, because alimony is what is supposed to.
But
keep
they may
the
not have a
wife-
court money. They
They ain't got a court order for this. So but I guarantee you, the wife wouldn't have had a question about it if he said alimony,
right.
because alimony is relegated to make sure that
if
the,
it's
that
court
the former
ordered.
spouse maintains a standard of living.
If it's court
If it's
order,
court ordered. But she ain't know none of this wasn't court ordered before. So that's what I'm saying. If he said I have to pay my ex spouse alimony, this would have never come up in discussion. It had just been, oh, I guess we got to pay, and she'd been mad that this was coming out.
I mean,
No,
you would think
like-
they didn't have a discussion about anything.
anything.
And that's
And
a
that's
huge
sad.
problem.
Cause like real talk, like when you
'Cause,
going
like,
through
how
your
long they
divorce,
been married?
Mike
right,
says, she says she's not feeding the kids, but they are hardly there.
right. Like, did you give her $300 for grocery and the kids are here? That's please. We not. Who you feeding? But no,
Right.
like,
Wow.
like seriously, like, and here's where it's the wife's problem. Like, you ain't had this conversation about what his finances were before y'all got together and before you started making other children. Like, I asked you, I said, so how's this divorce decree working? Like, what this look like? Cause I ain't Whitney Houston. I ain't paying no child support and no alimony.
I wasn't paying no child support or alimony. Let's keep it a buck. First, oh Jesus, let me reel that back in. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't talking about you. You probably ain't watching
She
it.
ain't
But if you ever happen to come across this, no, I'm not saying a foul word to about you. Just know I will not gonna pay no alimony and child support. First, yes, they should have had those conversations before. We did have those conversations before.
Yeah.
I think it's deeper though than just having the conversation. To me, here's what I earnestly believe some of this is. It's not really that he really wants to pay for the bonus baby.
Criminal
Like it's bonus
restitution.
baby. It's is absolutely surprise baby money. But I wholeheartedly believe, especially because he's willing to tell his current wife, who's getting ready to be his ex-wife, is none of your business. I firmly believe
Cause she gonna
he still wants to be with the first wife.
Ooh.
There's absolutely no way. I'm telling you this as a dude, there's absolutely no way he is willing to get into this kind of heat. There's a difference between having an argument with your spouse over a previous relationship or friendship or whatever, and you want to keep that person in your life. But smart dudes will never say, this ain't your business. And I'm trying to stay with
Expect to
you.
live.
And I'm trying to sleep in the bed with you that night. That's not going to happen. Unless there are some unresolved feelings about said woman. This is his first wife, kind of like the Lincoln Lawyer, the show we've been watching.
Yeah.
I like
So
that
Lincoln
show.
Lawyer, he's
Yeah.
for
like
those
that
who don't
show?
know,
Yeah.
he works with this. It's on Netflix. Beautiful. The first season is great so far. The second season sucks, but this
Yeah.
lawyer works with his second ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
And has a friendship with his first ex-wife, who he has a kid with, and he spends most of the first season on top of doing law stuff trying to get back with his first ex. And it's not because his second ex is in a relationship with his best friend, who is his
main
investigator. He's allowing that. Not that he couldn't allow, but he's allowing him to work for him and not saying too much about it because
We go with
I don't care
the
what
He
you
don't
do,
care.
second ex. I want the first. There is no dude who was in a relationship, smart dude anyway, in a relationship he cares about, that's going to tell the woman he's in a relationship that he cares about,
So
none of your business. This ain't your. And she's telling him how much this hurts and affects her. The conversation may be, look, I understand what you're saying, but I'm still gonna do this. It may go that way. It may be like, look, I hear you, but I don't want to hear that right now. I ain't heard about this. This is what I'm doing. It may be all those things, but the moment you get to, this ain't your business, you might as well go ahead and
Start
hire
paying.
yourself another lawyer, because you're about to have 2 ex-wives and a for
And-
real
and
child
oh,
support
but
decree.
I was gonna say he ain't gonna have a legal child
Child
support.
support.
It's alimony.
I think personally, overall, he's the butthole for both. I think he's the butthole for trying to pay the child support. I think he's the butthole for the conversation with his current wife. I think it's a butthole overall. Because if you really cared about trying to preserve the status of your children, then you would have them with you. You would have gotten custody of them, let them live with you,
That's-
and they go see mama.
That's what they doing though.
No. I mean legal custody of them, and they go see mom. This would not be a discussion anymore. If I cared that much about their status and all this stuff and their way of life and how they see and all that stuff, come on here with it. Mommy mommy loves you, but mommy can't take care of you. So come on here. And then I would have mama move closer so that they can still see the kid. But yeah, oh yeah.
But then you.
I didn't
just
say
said
I'm
you
paying.
think he
I didn't
don't-
say I'm paying for her to live closer.
Ooh, that might be a problem though.
I didn't say I'm
That's a
paying.
whole another problem.
I didn't say I'm
over.
paying for her to live closer. I just said, Mama, you need to come live closer, so that if the kids want to just go over and see you for a quick minute and then come home, cool. But they need to be here so they can continue to live how they live, and then it makes the summers easier and all this other stuff. What I'm not fixing to do is take all this money that I ain't got to hand to someone who isn't raising my children. Because in the summer, she's not really raising them. Unless these are babies. She ain't raising.
Yeah,
In
'cause
the
we don't know how,
summertime,
we don't
kids
know
are-
how old none of these children are.
that oldest is not, I promise you, is not super young. Ain't no way
Yeah.
that he had at least another kid
knows?
with the ex, and then 2 more with the current in a super short span of time. I promise you. Listen, The mic still picked you up with that. But listen, but what that person didn't go through in the process was a divorce, and then the dating, and then the um, and it's a lot woman, and then you are like,
No,
he
it looks like the cup.
there's no way I'm paying. There's no way I'm paying that. There's just absolutely no way. It's ignorant on that level. It's ignorant, disrespectful to his wife. It's really disrespectful to the kids as well. Because if one of them is a son, you are teaching them how to just. There you go. You were teaching them how to handle women. This is what you do. And so on all levels, to me, he absolutely is a butthole. You ain't got no business paying this child support. They should be living with you. You're deceitful and dishonest. You didn't have this conversation with your wife beforehand, just so you're a butthole. You're a butthole for telling your wife it ain't her business. When y'all are married, your money is also her money, even if she ain't
money.
working. Sorry, but Eric said he got lots of kids. Is this Nick Cannon's posting anonymous letter?
It might be. It might be.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus!
Because he's definitely a butthole.
I'm not gonna put that other comment up, Eric, because I'm not gonna have Facebook take us down. But that baseball bat comment is funny, and that's all I'll say about that. Yeah, there's absolutely no way that I would let that go down. He a butthole on all sides. Like, child support is a good thing to do. To want to be there for your children is a real good thing to do. But if you really cared, you would take custody, full-time legal custody of the child. And is Eli talking to himself down there, or what is going on?
He got his
Jam
sessions in.
Oh, okay. Because I'm hearing voices. I'm not Randy Orton, and I know I'm hearing. And then when y'all start looking, I was like, okay, I'm not crazy, because I was just gonna try to ignore it. But all I'm hearing is
He got a whole guitar.
now I'm like, nobody else hears this but me. What is going on? All right, so
I'm a man.
I think butthole. You said not full butthole. You say half butthole.
Yeah,
So the
I'm
consent-
giving him half a butthole. There's
Yeah.
still enough butthole going around for him though.
Yeah.
But that makes a consensus. You're a butthole, dude. You're a
You
butthole.
are a butthole.
Yours a butthole.
Did you have one that you wanted to read before we go on? Because I thought you had one that you had liked it.
Oh crap!
Oh no, she
I
didn't
bookmark
save it.
I
Never
thought
mind,
you
never
was going with
mind.
that one.
I thought it might have gone longer, but it didn't. So I want to try to get one more in before we go ahead to
so
our
many
banter.
kids.
But if we
We don't
can't,
know
we ain't
how
got.
to
We
Yeah.
we didn't know how to count kids. It was too many kids to count.
It's a minimum of 4. It's a minimum of 4.
It's a possibility to be for. Yeah.
No, it's a minimum.
Yeah,
It's
'cause,
minimum 4. Yeah,
the bonus kid, the kid.
Stop calling that child a bonus. It's
And
not a
then the other
bonus.
two.
It is not. It was not a bonus to their
That was
marriage.
a bonus.
It was not a bonus to their marriage. it was a
he
surprise.
had one with a wife, and then all of a sudden, like, bam, I got one more.
No. He had the one out of wedlock first, and then got his ex-wife pregnant. Cause the one that ain't his ex-wife is the oldest. That's
So
not
he
a
might
bonus.
came in the house with the baby.
That's a surprise. No, because he said in the letter, he's not exactly hers, so I feel like I owe her more for him. So that son is not a bonus. Didn't come in before. That's a surprise.
Plus one.
Surprise. No. +1 is something you bring to. It's something you bring in with you. It's me
Well,
plus
technically-
this.
That's what
That's
happened.
not what was brought in. That was infiltrated.
That one infiltrated.
That's an insurgent.
That was an insurgent.
Wow.
That baby's an insurgent.
We do not negotiate with terrorist babies. Okay.
That's a my bad baby.
Look
And let me
about
give you
that.
this my bad money. According to he said, Eric said, according to the new wife, that extra kid ain't come with no bonus money. I agree with Jesse. Eric is on this money. He's like, look, y'all gonna work. No one will ever.
He's trying to bust
No,
people with bad.
no one will ever accuse Eric of being sexist.
No.
That man said, "You
I
gonna be
know.
work." Oh, man, if a man could work, a woman could work. Whatever I could do, you could do. You work
Gender
it.
equality.
And he said that at the work home jobs, y'all both
Yeah.
need to get one.
Y'all ain't gonna be pulling this. I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm doing wifey dudes. Nah, sit your butt in front of a computer and answer a phone from home. You already on your phone anyway, eating bonbons and watching stories like you Peggy Bundy.
And the other
I didn't say
they're
it.
playing with that count.
Eric said it. I didn't say it at all. Eric said it. Are you looking for one?
I was looking for it and I can't find it.
You ain't gonna be able to
now.
find it now.
I know. I went through so many of them. It's so many.
That's why you ain't gonna be able to find them. Just randomly pick one. And we're gonna go to commercial and come back with the banter because we got some banters.
Got those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we just go to the banter.
All right. Okay, we'll do that. No, let's say whatever. Eric said, as we get ready to go to break, Eric said, "Nah, they say whatever you could do, I can do better. Show me then."
Oh.
Eric said, "I'm from Mississippi. I'm from Chubby State." All right, we'll be right back after this word from our last sponsor with the Real Talk Banter.
Hey y'all, what's going on? My name is Marcus, host of Correct Me If I'm Wrong podcast, and I do the show with my co-host Candoria Lier. We are based out of Albuquerque, Pennsylvania. On my show, we talk about pretty much any and everything. You can catch our content on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and YouTube. So if you ever get a chance, make sure you check us out. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Don't forget to smile. It's a good look.
All right, we back. All right, it's time for the talk banter. I got a bunch of them that I can try to go through. I'm gonna try to go through all of them. I got some.
You want mine too?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was including yours in with it. I had a great one for deal with Eddie
ahead.
Murphy, but no, because you can't really weigh in on Eddie, and that hurts my heart, and I'm not about to subject them to a flat Eddie Murphy conversation.
A flaccid Eddie Murphy
Yeah,
conversation.
it needs to be strong,
Oh my goodness.
and that's how it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? A conversation about Eddie Murphy needs to be like a horror porn, just hitting it over and over. So since we can't have the hitting it conversation over and over from Eddie, let's go on with some of the bands. Let me see which ones I got highlighted.
I should probably go first.
I ain't hating. I'm just talking. I'm telling the truth. Look,
I don't watch TV like that and talk about
it ain't that you don't watch TV because you kind of watch it, but first of all, you don't be watching our side of the hand type television. And then secondarily, it is also that you do.
TV viewing?
Oh, she is. She loves the Caucasus Mountains.
To be talked about later.
She is infatuated with the Caucasus Mountains. Please take that water off your laptop that's already jacked up. You can put it right there.
whatever.
Caucasus Mountains all over the place for her viewing. Mhm.
Yeah.
She will watch Andy Griffith before she ever watches Sanford and Son. Anyhow, so
Facts is facts.
I told you.
Oh, sis. Okay.
I had to take some of her melanin viewing off of her HBO Max because she couldn't find it, and she like, what about all these good shows on here with all this melanin? She was looking for the Caucasus Mountains.
Wow. I don't
So,
know if you can be on our account anymore.
So, okay.
So
I guess we'll go on
y'all
first.
account.
Is it super?
Well, I got a couple ones on here. I'm gonna go with one of mine first.
Okay.
One of yours. This one's kind of light, and you can go into yours.
Sis, you better not be laughing at me. You better be
Oh,
laughing
she
at
is.
another comment.
Oh, she laughing smooth at you. So here's the first banter question. Excuse me. How many things you currently own do you think you could throw away and not notice a difference in your life?
God, please forgive me.
Wow.
Oh, let me clear my thought process because that was so ugly.
Janelle lied and said she's laughing with you.
The lies, little sister.
It has
the
to be because
lies.
because you weren't laughing at the time she was laughing.
Mm-hmm. How many things I can throw away?
Mm-hmm. And I'll be nice to do it this way. Give me 2 things and name what they are that you could throw away in your life that you could throw it away and not notice a difference. Don't worry, Eli's ears are. He got the music in his ears. He can't hear nothing you saying.
These are people. No, I'm just joking.
It said things.
Oh,
Now the
people.
thing is attached to a person. That's a whole different story. And you can try, but
See,
I'm
you
like,
could have said
roaches.
people. I could have.
It didn't say people. It said things.
Whatever.
Okay.
What can
Chanel
I
said
throw
one
away?
thing she's throwing away are some heels.
Facts. She is in danger as of right now with those heels.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Wait.
Janelle, don't let them do you like that.
I
I could yeah, I
prescribe she
could
wear
throw away some
wedges.
clothes, huh?
I prescribe she wear wedges.
She too high. She can't see.
She could do a wedge. It's
Okay.
basically flat.
Janelle, Falon is trying to have you walk into a wall or fall down some steps.
No, you could
No,
you could do
wedge
a
is
wedge.
good.
You could do a wedge because a
A
wedge has
small
a
wedge.
flat bottom. Right.
I know what a wedge look like,
And
but
then
I know who we talking about.
Yeah, it's not
She the
like
only
a
person.
heel.
She the only person I know that's blinder than you. But she has a medical prescription as to why.
Sis?
Hey, listen, I just went to the eye doctor with her. I can say it. I could say it before that, but I can
Don't-
definitely say it now.
Talk about my sister.
Right.
Which one? Oh, you know Janelle? I said, Janelle called herself blind. What you talking about? I'm just saying what she say.
Don't talk about neither one of them.
Yeah.
I do what I want with my podcast. And backing up. Thank you, Janelle. I appreciate you. You don't even realize you was backing me up. She said, look, I have no balance and swollen feet. I fall before I stand
Oh,
up.
never mind. Okay. All right.
I didn't come for you, Janelle. I promise.
I would.
She said, wow. I see. I openly apologize. Yeah, because you cussed it. Anyway. Eric says, I would throw away this Donald Duck orange juice my partner brought up in here for some reason.
Not the Donald Duck orange juice.
Wow.
Oh, not that. Oh, that's not even close to good orange juice. Oh, no. Oh, disrespectful. No, I agree, Eric. That's disrespectful. Not that Donald Duck
Donald
orange
Duck.
juice.
It don't even taste good at all.
Don't. Oh, that's,
Sourpuss.
yeah.
Eric, don't let them talk about your partner like that for his bootleg orange juice.
That's right there with great value. Oh, no.
Wait, what y'all have to remember now, and I can say this because Eric said it live during our interview. Eric's partner is from the Caucasus Mountains. They like their Donald Duck orange juice. He just
That being said,
Eric, he just forgot you have melanin in your skin, and you don't like Donald because Donald called Daffy an N-word during Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But anyway, what you gonna throw away? I'm still waiting on your three things.
Those car seats,
Okay.
some old clothes,
Okay.
and one of them kids I own.
That's not a thing. That's a person. Try again.
And
Ooh, just so long. But why are you
I
thinking on
know,
the third
'cause
thing?
ain't nothing I can throw. I mean, I don't own a lot of stuff.
Eric said the orange juice is disrespectful.
Yeah.
In my Sharice voice, that disrespect.
Don't do me.
Janelle says she can also toss her small blender.
I can toss that raggedy microwave that work whenever it want to.
Okay. So you wouldn't notice your difference in your life if you threw away your microwave. Really?
No, 'cause I don't use it
microwave,
often. I don't use
you
it
don't use it that often, but that means you use it.
I don't need it if
Okay.
it half work. What
Okay.
is it?
Okay, I'm just saying, you know what?
He shook his head. Half work.
Janelle said we got the same microwave. What are the three things you throwing?
Oh, Lord. This is where I become discovered as a hoarder.
And she is. Or as they say in the South of New Age garbage, they be saying, and is.
Wow.
So yeah, I have. So I have a lot of clothes, like a lot.
You're so childish.
No.
Childish.
I share a closet with her.
Oh,
And
no, it's
under
a lot,
bed
'cause
space.
The stuff that she
And the
gave me,
majority-
you still got a
and
whole
still-
lot.
She could
I just
open
took
a
bag
thrift
over to
store.
Ashley's.
She could open a thrift store and still have clothes for herself. Clothes and shoes.
So I'm right there with Janelle because I own like I can't even tell you how many pairs of stilettos that I can no longer walk in. Like
And still has. She got shoes she ain't ever opened the box to.
I like I literally got shoes with the tag still on them, like on the box, like they brand new, have like never been worn.
You need to delete all them clothes that she got on her phone.
Forget the apps. I got to delete the clothes first.
That's true.
But like so,
She wouldn't even miss it.
I know it. But we both work home.
Oh,
So I can't get. When she go there, I'm there.
But I clean it. So like it's not like
Look, she
eviction or
itching.
anything. Like
No, Janelle, I'm gonna come for her. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come for her and send the clothes to you.
I probably do got some stuff that can actually still fit her too. I got a. I do. So
Eric says he can also throw away all this vegan food in here. My meals are plant based, just the meat processing plant though. I'm a vegetarian, Eric. I get it. Ain't nothing
Wow.
vegetarian coming up in my face.
so yeah. So
Eric got a lot going on.
clothes, shoes, probably half of the stuff down there in the alcohol drawer in our refrigerator that I haven't drank.
Since we've been married,
What?
this ain't new stuff. A lot of this stuff been there
Yes.
since before we got married. I came to the relationship and saw some of these bottles, and I know they're still there.
Okay.
I have recently went ahead and some out because like I can't remember when that bottle.
I think he
They're fermenting. They got the little orange and white stuff
got some.
because they ain't been kept at the right temperature.
No, everything is.
Eric is offended. He said, "Throw away alcohol." What she saying for
I do have like 4 to 5 bottles of wine.
They say they good on. Yeah.
Eric said, "The devil is." in Eric, you don't understand, bro. Both drawers in our refrigerator.
Just one drawer have alcohol, and then
Really?
like the other,
Really?
then like the pops on the shelf that I haven't drank.
Which are
yet.
what?
On the shelf.
Which
How
are
long
what?
have you had them?
What are the? What
I don't know. I
don't
threw out
know.
the ones that expired though. I didn't know, like,
You had drinks in there that expired.
yeah.
That had
Cause she don't really drink no more. She has a glass every so often, and what she'll do. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that she'll do. When she wants to take a drink, she'll go buy
some.
new. Even though the fridge got the stuff, the same stuff. Got the same stuff in the refrigerator, and then she'll open that, and then that'll go in the refrigerator, never to be seen again. She had a bottle.
Eric, it's not like that. Like,
Let me
not
tell you.
all the time.
Let me tell you the truth. She had a bottle.
We about to end this
A
podcast.
real bottle.
Clean out the refrigerator.
Now, for the record, I don't drink at all, so there's no way I can even help her with this. She had a bottle, a Grey Goose, that was there before we got married.
You better stop. They're still here.
No, it's gone now.
Oh,
She didn't drink. She didn't
Ashley
drink
took
it. Yeah, it got
Recently?
stolen.
No, Ashley took it like when she moved out. She was like, "You ain't drinking
That's a
this."
Shame.
Yeah,
And that's what she had. Ashley ain't been gone that long.
Ashley been gone a year.
I'm just saying. She
I know,
ain't been gone long
that's
enough.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It
You
was
had some 11-year-old
vodka.
No.
Yes.
No. It was there before we got married. She had it sitting on the counter when we got married. It was sitting on the counter.
I had like bought it, and then we had threw a party
This
at
question
Karen's
only
house.
came for you,
And
so
the-
he can tell how much of a order you are.
No. I want you to see. I want you to see what this. I got you from a random question generator. I didn't do this.
He
I don't
he
have-
was like, "Yeah, we're gonna show how much my wife is
So-
a order."
Eric said, "Wine expires."
No, not wine, but actually there's an expiration date on most hard liquor. There actually is an expiration date, but wine
Yeah, for
no.
liquor, but wine,
And
Yeah.
wine
don't.
ages.
I should be pouring out bottles every day. I could pour out one bottle every day, and I would be almost 2 months before I got them all done.
I was gonna say 60 days. See,
But I'm always I like to think of it, I'm always prepared to entertain.
entertain who?
I
Thank
don't
you,
know.
because ain't nobody coming at this house.
Ain't nobody else. That's how this dude be having a sword.
My N word. Preach on. Hallelujah. The word is there.
You
the
know
word don't
better
came through her
than
mouth with
that.
that one.
No, it can't.
Okay.
Now, let me show you how you really do it. 3 things out though, because you got your shoes, your clothes. and
She
your
got
wine.
one more. She
Shoes,
gotta have
shoes,
one more.
clothes, and wine. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, shoes, clothes, and alcohol. First thing I'm throwing
Look,
out.
she got one more. She wanna say.
Go ahead, get up, sis. Go ahead.
Actually, it's like probably everything in that closet because I also have a container of wigs.
Oh, I know.
I knew about the wig. Yeah,
I have like a whole.
it's okay.
That's why the prophet
of
last night just
wigs.
kept saying, I see hair. All I see is hair.
She did. Yeah, so like I have probably like I said, that whole closet.
She just had to get up and walk away, y'all.
I took out our guest. I'm sorry. she was like hair and clothes and shoes, and I was like, get out my closet. That's
What's good,
That's not
Mike?
a boutique. That's my closet.
So, Mike, what you missed? And we're in the banter section now, but I'll do a quick recap for you what we talked about today. What we did, we dealt with the Keke Palmer situation, which I know you would have loved. And after we dealt with Keke Palmer, we read a letter from Reddit called "Am I the Butthole?" and we talked about that. It was basically about child support. So now on banter. I promise you go back until you love it, but stay on for on campus. We got to get you on the podcast. Even we got to try to do it on a weekday evening for you. We got to get you on cast because, bro, you peoples. Right now we're in the banter section, and the question was, how many things could you currently own? Do you think that you could throw away and not notice a difference in your life? So what I told them to do is give me 3 specific things. This one over here is trying to throw away one of her kids. And I told her it's things, not people. And this one here is it's a hoarding lush that doesn't drink. And so now it's my turn.
But Mike, if you ever come down here, I clearly am equipped to fix you a
Don't you drink
cocktail.
none of the
Or
alcohol she got for you,
anything
Mike.
hard.
Don't you drink
It's-
none of the stuff she got for you.
You can drink the wine.
It's age.
Mike, don't you drink nothing she got for you. I promise you, you will smell it and be drunk. This stuff has been there the entire. She and I have been married for 13 years this December, and she, I promise you, has stuff that has been there since before we got married. Don't you do it. Don't you get that alcohol poisoning. I love you, bro. Don't you take the alcohol poisoning. Now my turn. The 3 things I can throw away
You stop.
I'm your
You
sister.
just stop.
Trust me.
and never notice a difference. Let me show you how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna name a couple more than 3 things. I got some things. Here you go. Oh no, I don't drink it all, Mike. You
Church
know I don't
members
drink it
do
all.
not count.
No, I said thing.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
I'm gonna say because you said no people.
For starters, we go on here and throw the exercise bike away. I wouldn't notice it because we don't hardly ever use it. We did when we first got it, but not anymore. It has moved from the living room to our bedroom, back to the living room. Now it's in here. And before I moved it out of there, you know what was that? It was in that closet.
Like Logic girl goes sit on it.
He can
Don't
sit
you-
on it.
don't you
He
know
can't have
how-
it though, because I do on occasion use it, just not enough that I would notice a difference in my life if I threw it away. So we're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna throw away half of her clothes and half of her shoes.
Your stuff.
No, he said stuff that
I said stuff. How many things could I throw away?
that won't bother him. You see that?
So now, got those three things. See what else I got. Yeah, half our weeks can go. All the alcohol can go. I can throw all of them out too, and wouldn't notice no difference either. Then what else?
What about your stuff?
I'm getting to it. Let me get to it. First of all, I would know the difference in my life if I threw some of my stuff away, because you know what? Unlike y'all, I be looking at my stuff. If nothing else, I be looking at it. You couldn't sneak away nothing of mine. I not notice it's thrown away. But someone's computer. No, I ain't going to win church stuff. I need them.
I said that's all you got in the church stuff.
My stuff is for Jesus. I could probably definitely throw away the computer in those boxes.
Oh, I keep forgetting we have 2 computers in the box.
Yeah, we could throw them out. Wouldn't notice no difference in my life then.
With monitors up in the closet.
We could throw away. I wouldn't notice a difference in my life, but I would notice a difference in my emotion. I could throw away my punching bag. It was my daddy's, so that's never getting thrown away. I'll probably go be buried with it or burned with it, whichever. Put in a garbage bag and thrown overboard and see it. Whatever it happens.
So
it's
anchor
come
it
with
to
me.
you and then throw your body in the ocean?
That'll work.
Okay.
It's gonna stay with me. Yeah. See what else I get rid of?
You know what it costs.
No, I think that's about it. I was thinking stuff on my own stuff, and yeah, I noticed all them things. Go ahead, you got the look on your face like you could think of something. What can you think of that I can get rid of that wouldn't notice the difference in my life? Go ahead.
Them suits hanging in the closet because you don't wear suits no more.
I still wear them on occasion, and so I would notice the difference in my life when I get called to preach
I think
somewhere
you can only
that I
fit
need.
one of them.
I
Or
can
2.
every one of them that are still there. I can fit because I don't have to close the jacket and the shirts. All my shirts
If you
that
can't
go
close
with
the
them,
jacket, it don't fit.
it fits.
It's not a cardigan. It's a jacket.
I can keep it open. First of all, even when I quit close my suit jackets, I very rarely close the suit jackets because this bull gets on my nerves. Open when you sit down, close when you stand up. Open, close, open, like a virgin's legs on prom night. No, I'm gonna keep it open.
Whoa, you can only open
Like
one
I
side
would,
and
like
still
I
be
would.
virgin.
No. You open it, and then just sometimes you close and open them again.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
I want to keep. I feel like they should just stay open. Just go ahead and stay open. That's why I keep my jacket. My jacket stays open like I like legs open. So I can still fit them.
Chanel, come get your
And the pants, all the pants I can't fit, I've thrown out. I ain't got no problem getting rid of stuff I can't fit.
It sounds
and it's
like
like-
Jesse is the hoarder because he does not want to get rid of anything.
No,
Tina.
Tina, no. Okay,
See?
for those who don't hear it, Tina said it sounds like Jesse's the hoarder because he does not want to get rid of anything, but Falon said she'll get rid of some stuff. No, I don't have that much. That's the difference. The reason I don't want to necessarily get rid of stuff because I don't really have that much.
And
If you walk through this house,
And most of the stuff he talked about getting rid of wasn't his. It was Yolanda's.
because most of the stuff in this house, you been in here. Tina, check it out. Listen. Tina. Check it out, Tina.
Okay.
Tina. Listen here, Tina. Tina.
Tina, please answer him.
Tina. Listen here, Tina. So check it out, Tina. Listen, look. Check this out. I have a third of a closet. I do not have half. I checked the space. I got a third
Sis,
of a closet.
he ain't got half.
I got a half of the top shelf in the closet. The excess clothes that I have are in 2.5 drawers and my wash clothes in because I don't have a place to hang them. This laptop with what hangers? And I got to walk. And once you said, I don't want to walk. You don't want me walking all the way to this closet to put clothes on. And then you open the closet.
About that.
With the exception of some of the church stuff, 90% of stuff in there
Belong to myself.
belong to. I ain't got nothing. I got very few because I don't care about most things. If it doesn't have a sentimental value to me, I
Are you
don't
going
care
shopping
about it.
now?
I will throw something away in a heartbeat
I
unless it has
only
sentimental
bought one
value to
thing
me,
during
and
Amazon
I'm
Prime
not
Week.
sentimental.
You only bought one thing?
Yeah, it wasn't even for me.
That's because we was mostly broke.
Because they ain't have it in my size.
Yeah, you hear the confession? They didn't have it. No, she looked, they didn't have it in her size.
I just bought.
Mike, I'm with you. My boy Mike says I could talk.
still
Put it up there.
ordering from
He said I could toss out like 65% of my wardrobe and probably most of my food cabinets. If you remember, most of the stuff I care about is in his tech
They
room.
give me
That's right.
98% off.
Most of the stuff
want
I
this.
care about is fluid. It's movable. I get rid of podcast equipment. I'll do the podcast like this. Like most of the stuff in here is hers, but it's cool because
Now you know
the
that
home
ain't
for the
home.
most part should be hers. I believe in that. Like I'm not the kind of I'm not the
See,
kind of
you gotta
husband
bring it back.
that needs a man cave. I don't. Like I got a PlayStation I could really throw out. I ain't gonna do it, but I could throw it out and not really make that much difference in my life. I only really play it when I'm bored or when I'm bored. I don't game as much as I used to, especially because I don't live with my boy Mike and Paul no more. When I was around them, we would game all the time. I ain't around them no more, and I don't do online gaming. I don't really have stuff. So really, I'm not the whore in this situation. I have moved with her. I know how much stuff is in boxes because of me, and how much stuff is in boxes because of her. Go on here with your little banter question now, because I named like 20 things. No, go on ahead and ask your little banter question now, your
it's
funky
okay.
banter question.
They don't go out there, especially all that bus I got thrown under.
You threw yourself on there first.
Real hard.
I just told the truth about the
All right.
situation.
All right. This is a sharp left turn. If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
Why me?
Why's my wife hoard so much? I'm just playing. You said why you?
Don't
okay.
say something smart. Don't do it. Don't you?
So what
Don't
would
you
be your
do it.
question?
My question be.
Gotta taste yourself before you answer questions. Is that what it is?
Give me that kid.
Cause you just like you. Sometimes you got to see yourself before. Sometimes you got to see yourself beforehand. She don't think she like her. She like the person she just said. She don't think she anything like it. Really?
I ain't gonna do that.
That's why she ain't saying that. She trying to be
She know
kind.
better.
No, she don't. Trust
Yes, she do.
Yes, you do.
me. You got two. Of three out of me, you got two just like me.
No, actually, I have 4 that's just like me.
Why is she saying the kid ain't just like her? Then she just.
It was a joke.
Little heifer. I don't like this little heifer. Go ahead and answer the question.
So I don't care you don't like me.
Go ahead and answer the question.
Sometimes you know not care if somebody like me or not.
All of the times.
Lies.
Now go ahead and answer the question.
My question would be why I can have more time with my stepdad.
Oh. That's a
Yeah.
real answer I can't even joke with. I'm gonna be nice and I can't. I even if I didn't want to be nice, I ain't got no joke for that one. I ain't got no.
Yeah. That would be my question.
What you got?
It would be a status update. I'm like, look, am I good?
That's real.
Like, look, we done been through some things. Are we good? Are we good? Am I fell off for a minute. I know. But are we good?
Did she say a minute?
Look,
It was almost a half a year. It
to
was a whole
him,
half a
1,000 years is but a minute. So he has no concept of time. Time is man-made. So we fell off for a minute, but am I good?
year. I'll say nothing more.
I'm not gonna say that's. I just said that's real. That's real. My initial one, I'm not gonna say public. It's so many different ways, and yeah, so I ain't gonna say that one. So my other one that I would ask God would be, how much longer? I know you said 24 years, but just in case, how much long? How much longer within the 24 I got to carry as much as I carry, as often as I carry it, as long as I carry it? How much longer? I thought by 45 I could be retired. We had talked about it. By 45, I was trying to be retired. I was supposed to have my successor in place.
Why the shade?
I was going to be able to, even though I don't like to travel, going to be able to travel a little bit with her, make her happy. And I could just sit in a hotel while she goes exploring and whatnot. I won't minister or nothing. I was going to live
why he wasn't gonna go
the
outside.
last.
He didn't want to minister.
I was going to live the last 19 of them. Was 19? Yeah, it would be the last. No, the last 20 wouldn't be 19. It would be 20. I was going to live the last 20 and just, because I gave you 45, can I just get the last 20? So, how much longer? That would be my second one. That's the one there.
That's real.
So, here goes my other one. If you had the choice to go back in time or into the future, which would you choose and why? Well, Eric's answer to the God question is, are we alone? Did you create anything anywhere else we should know about? I keep hearing about those aliens on the news.
Good question.
Is he talking to us or is he just talking to himself again?
Oh,
You answered the question?
past.
Okay. So Eli off camera says he would like to go back to the past. Why? Since you're gonna answer, you got to answer fully. Why? Is that just what is what? What do you say?
the question his mom about to kick him for and lose his virginity at an early age. Don't you throw my glass?
Why are you trying to make your mama commit abuse on camera? We're gonna go ahead and go to you while let her take a chance to calm herself. If you had choice to go back or in the future, which one are you gonna do?
Dang, that's a deep
And why?
question.
I know how to make it deep. I want to. She come out the gutter. The way she laughed is the way she laughed.
I think I would like to go into the future.
Okay, why?
I'd like to see the woman Layla becomes.
That is so sweet.
I do.
It is.
Like, I know I won't be around for that, like for the full fruition of it, but I'd like to see like
A glimpse of it.
yeah, just a glimpse of it.
Tina says, into the future, because I'm hoping folks will finally be at the era where they listen to wise counsel. You don't want to go to the future because they ain't never going to do that no more. So, yeah, throw that out the window. I'm sorry. You will have wasted a trip to the future. That's what you're looking to see. You're going to have to go past the rapture and just be in heaven and just be with Jesus and see. So, man, you up? Future or past? Future or past?
Definitely, I want to go back to the past.
I need you to talk up. She's talking all soft
I
and
was
everything.
I was thinking on
But
that
she was
one,
talking out loud and you got to be in the
future.
mic.
And,
Future? Okay.
Yeah. Because then, yeah. Past would change some stuff.
I need you to speak in the mic
maybe
when
in
you say
the
it.
future when my grandkids actually get older.
Okay. So see, she think about you losing about you having sex too. You was and she was, because in order for her to have some more grandkids, you got to have sex. But no time soon. No time soon. Like when you're 45. When you're 45, then you can start again. Um, yeah, when you're 45, you're 22 now, so you gotta wait 23 years.
Don't listen to me.
She said, "I'm taking away all her hope."
Had no babies.
Mm-mm.
Don't do that.
Mm-mm.
45.
Mm-mm.
Tina said, "I'm taking away all her hopes and dreams."
Mm-mm. Don't
Yeah, because
listen.
I think I would be too tempted to go back in the past to alter things, which will alter.
Yeah, that's-
Well, I think that's
everything.
part of the purpose of the question as well.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I would be.
That's why I was like, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, because like if I had the opportunity, like I think Ashley would have still made it in. She definitely have a different father, and then that would have
It
changed.
wouldn't be Ashley.
It wouldn't be Ashley. That's why I was saying. That's why I said,
No,
man,
I guarantee you, it would still be Ashley.
It wouldn't be
No, it
Ashley
wouldn't.
because it takes
a whole
half of his
different
DNA to make her who she is.
This is she to be me. She just be mini me. But I definitely don't.
Unless you get somebody whose DNA and genes are stronger than yours.
No, his genes aren't. I can
No,
tell you that.
his aren't. Well, even if you talk about the
No,
other
'cause
person, the
I
other person you're
wouldn't,
thinking of.
know who her, like I think she still would have made it in. Just that one sperm made it before the other one a day before.
That's what she believes, right? But
But yeah,
know
she forgets how
someone's
biology
But-
and and all
she
that,
tripping.
and even how God
That
worked
ain't
it.
even work.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work. That was,
but
she
yeah,
still
that would have like that one
Yeah.
alteration would have changed my whole entire trajectory.
And so
'Cause
what
we
she
would've
really
never
was,
met.
Yeah.
what she yeah, but say what you're really saying.
Yeah.
she don't want to go back to the past, so she don't want to not meet all of this chocolateness.
I just said,
Because it would change.
I would have
Exactly.
Yeah, because because it'd have been a whole issue, but I'd have went ahead and married him.
Eric said, "I'd go back in the past and get that wine from Falana. She ain't gonna drink."
It's still here. It'll be in the future too. It'll be here. Derek, how old is that bottle of wine I took from
I'm gonna put
Joshua?
it
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
It's still in that box.
It's still in the box.
Mom was in real good health then, so that's how long it's been.
Wow. I need to go check on that bottle. It's literally on my kitchen counter. It keeps
Man,
moving with us. It moved down here with us.
My oldest
It's
brother
been
gave
moving
her
with
a
us
bottle of wine from a
I just
vineyard.
took it because they don't drink. None of his family drink. So I just
Somebody
took it.
gave it to him, and he was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so I
give it to
just
Mom
took
because I know she likes to have a glass every so often." So yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
It's a nice
specialty
little
bottle.
presentation bottle and everything.
It's beautiful. I forget.
Ain't
to be
never
there.
been drunk. Joshua wasted his gift. I'm gonna tell him too. For me, I'm going to the future. It wasn't even a hard thought question. I'm going to the future because I do not want to relive anything of my past, even to the point of trying to relive it, to change it. Don't want to relive not a bit of it. Like, let me go ahead in the future and see how this thing played out. What did I become? What age did I die? What was my legacy left? How is Layla? How is Ashley? What did Jacob do? Did they have some more kids? How you turned out? How y'all turned out? Like,
Does our grandson have blondish red hair?
Everything in the future. I need all of that. Like, give me a glimpse into the
Even
future.
though Ashley ain't gonna listen to it,
which
we
is
getting a
weird.
grandson.
Which is weird with me being a prophet because
I
I
know
see
her
stuff in the
uterus.
future anyhow, but I don't get to see that far in the future because I'm talking. If I'm going future, I'm going 60, 70 years in the future. I need to go way out.
Always,
Yeah. I need to see some things. Plus, when I come back here to the
Okay,
present,
so wait a minute.
plus when I come back here to the present,
Because you
I'm gonna
said
change my
60
future
years. I
anyway.
don't plan to be around it then.
Yeah, but your legacy will still have already been written.
Oh.
But but not only that, like in that span of time, because I got to come back here to the present, I also have learned some things, and I sure enough am gonna gamble.
Stock market, here I come.
It's on the problem.
Right.
Be rich when I get back.
Listen, government go, how do you know all that? Because
I knew all things.
the Lord has shown it. And I was like
Maybe I get
Moses,
somebody
and I wrote it down on scrolls. But then I memorized it so you can't take it from me, greedy little whores. You got another one?
That is hilarious.
I don't think I got another one. Let me look. What you got?
Okay. It's going to be a combination of one's got to go and keep one, but we're going to do it as a one's got to go first.
Okay.
Okay.
One must go. Chipotle, Starbucks,
Oh my God.
Subway, or Chick-fil-A. Which one got to go?
Subway. I don't eat Subway.
Which one? We talked about this earlier, so over the count, but still, they don't know it.
One has to go.
One got to go.
Subway, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A,
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Quick for sure cannot be Starbucks. He cannot be Chick-fil-A either because they got good ice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be Chipotle.
I agree. Chipotle got to go.
I don't even eat there.
I don't like them.
Like
I don't eat there either, but
like,
that's all the
they
reason
be,
why.
they
I-
like
I-
like
they
getting
go.
more and more stingy with their portions, and I'm like, this cannot happen.
My
They're
thing
just
is,
disgusting, so it doesn't even
the
matter.
workers of Business Subway don't close the things. You see the little flies and stuff in there. So I can't do that. Subway gotta go. It's
As long as I don't see it, I don't care. And I
can
pray.
tell you
I
a
pray over
horror
my
story
food.
about Subway will make you never eat Subway again.
She already don't eat it. She can't never eat.
Oh,
nothing.
okay.
That's something she don't
I
eat now.
used to eat it all the time.
Now
Look,
he
looking
and she like, what you got? Hold on.
what happened? You got about Subway?
Eric said we'll find him hosting the Real Talk podcast in the future.
We love it.
He also thinks the Subway's got to go. He said Subway is the cause of. Oh, it's from the Caucasus Mountains. Listen, them Caucasus Mountains, they knew how to do them meatball subs. I'll tell you right now. I said Starbucks got to go. He honestly, literally just ordered some Chipotle. So now let's make it a little more difficult, and let's take the same four: Chipotle, Starbucks, Subway, and Chipotle. Or sorry, Chipotle, Starbucks, Subway, and Chick-fil-A, and say you're only allowed to keep one. All the rest got to go. Which one you keeping?
I'm keeping Chick-fil-A.
Both of them said Chick-fil-A. I say Chick-fil-A.
I say Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I gotta have that ice.
I gotta like look. You can put that. Look, that Arnold Palmer.
Girl, that's so.
Oh my God! I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Dang, they about to close.
Yeah, they are.
I'm like, wait a
Everybody
minute,
like,
right
yeah,
there.
Eric
I
even
be
said
mad
he
when I
keeping
be-
Chick-fil-A even they don't want to keep him. I get it.
I get it.
That
Just be
and
like-
Mike said
And I be
Chick-fil-A all day
thinking about
long
on
and
Sunday,
twice
but I
on
can't.
Sunday.
You're
But
right.
you can't pick them twice on Sunday because they close on Sunday. They ain't allowing nobody to come on Sunday now.
But we gon' if it's one thing I'm gonna have. it's gonna
But
be
I promise you, if they ever do a sale where they're open on Sunday, the amount of customers they will have.
man.
That's gonna be with the parents die.
You got any more?
Are you done?
For those, yeah. You got any more? I was waiting on you because if you're done, just let me know.
You better pick that box up.
All
my
right.
boy.
Before he pick up before this takes a turn.
And it's gonna take a
For
turn.
the worst.
Oh, and Eli ain't really heard these two before either.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't you knock the camera over?
What's the best piece of advice you ever received?
She decided to go super deep before we go real hard, but she gonna make this the hardest left turn in the history of left turns.
It's like me trying to park. You've seen it before.
Give up the alcohol.
Blame it on the rain, blame it on the
Yeah,
rain.
seriously, because giving up the alcohol made me had to deal with me, which was kind of
Look at that
hard.
deep answer. I love it. Mm-hmm.
You know, which was kind of hard, because there was a lot of nicely taking off some band-aids, and then it came to snatching off some band-aids, and then all wounds was wide open and things that I didn't even realize that I did not deal with at all. So, you know, if there's a problem, just drink and just get it over with and enjoy it. And then after a while, it's like, it's some bull crap. I really got to deal with this now. But yeah, giving up that alcohol
I get it.
saved my life.
Bye alcohol, bye alcohol.
Boom.
No more lust to my right, no more lust to my right.
Hey.
What you got?
Um.
This is her question. She's supposed to have an answer ready.
So no, I've had some really good advice. So I guess the one that sticks out to me right now is your value doesn't come from what's between your legs.
Mm,
Like
that's real.
start accepting myself and
Mhm.
realizing the beauty in my own self. And once I acknowledge that, other people be able to see it too.
Okay.
Petty.
That's not petty. That's that one. That was one of them kind of answers right there. Women empowerment, understand your value and worth type ones. I'm gonna cheat
Hmm.
because I can't pick one. I got two that are neck and neck. They are tied.
I think I know what one
They
of
are
them is.
always at the forefront of my life. I have, from hearing these two things, they have shaped me in ministry. They have shaped me in life, and I will never forget them. His is
Lucky.
if they don't lay their head down where you lay and don't pay your bills, don't stress over it.
I know
That-
that's right.
I like that one too.
That's some stuff right there.
Snap the fingers.
These two pieces of advice were given to me by one of the only dudes I've ever known in my life that could talk to me the way he talked to me and still live and not have any bruises. And the other one came in the form of an apology without cussing at me while just infusing some stuff into me. So they are in order because the apology one came first. Is understand that God does not make carbon copies. God has a way of changing your destiny and never touching your personality. The reason he created you to be like you are is because he wanted you, not someone else. When I tell you, open the floodgates for the fullness of Jesse to come out. Not that I was ever really overly concerned about people's opinion of me, because it never really was. I was never that kid. But that just solidified the IDGAF, what you think about me. I am who I am because that's who he made me to be. And if you got a problem with it, talk to my manufacturer, not to me. But what I ain't gonna do is hide me for your comfort. So that's the first. And the second was given to me by my brother, not literal brother, but my brother from another mother to pull out some 90s cliches. He said this to me, and is the only person to ever get away with talking to me like this who's not a female and not be punched in the face. And even female couldn't get away with talking to me like this without getting cussed out, with the exception of her. He says to me in the midst of me being really upset at some church folk for not hearing something that God told me to tell them, and I'm just in one of my these niggas they ain't listening. Da, 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 da. And he said, Jesse, shut up. That's the first problem. You told me shut up, and I'm already heated. And then he said, do you understand you're nothing more than a mailman? And I was like, what the heck does a mailman have to do with this? What do you mean? He said, do you understand the job of a mailman? A mailman's only concern is making sure they take the right mail and put it in the right box. I've never had a mailman knock on my door and say, hey, did you get that Sprint bill I left in your mailbox? Did you get that gas bill, that electric bill that I left in your box? They don't care. As long as it's the right letter in the right box, that's all they care about. What you do with it afterwards is not their concern. They don't care if you burn it, read it, throw it away, never look at it, or leave it in the mailbox. As long as there is mail to go in that mailbox, they're going to keep stuffing it in. Be on vacation for a month. That mail's still coming. They don't care. He said, you as a minister are nothing more than a mailman. Stop trying to make people receive what God gave to you. Just give them what you're supposed to give them and get out the way. This, because I was exhausting myself going back trying to help people get God's word and trying to help people understand it and exhausting myself trying to help see it come to pass, losing my mind. I'd be dead right now if it wasn't for that advice, I promise, because I was burning the candle at both ends in the middle and then sitting firing gasoline to it. And that also helps me in life because when I say what I say, I no longer am responsible for you receiving it. My job is to make sure that whatever I say is directed to you, and you're the one who's supposed to receive it. I don't believe in displaced anger or deflection or nothing like that. If I'm giving it to you, because I believe it goes to you, and I said what I said, and so hey, what you do with what I said is on you. Now, if I was wrong in what I, even if it was supposed to be after I was wrong, I'll apologize and that you too. But me so much in who I am and how I operate in life and in ministry now, it's ridiculous. So y'all can blame Wayne Cobb, Wayne Bradley Cobb the third, I believe I think it's the third, in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, 15001. I ain't gonna give out his address. But go on ahead and just, you can blame him. He's also on Facebook. You ain't never gonna be able to get him on Facebook, but he's on Facebook. So you can blame him for that. And then for the other, blame Mr. Projects Heaven. Because he's dead now. So you can write Jesus and have Jesus talk to RJ and see how that worked. But those who you got to blame for who I am today. Tina said, I always say it. I always say it's not my job to convince you. I just tell you, and I'm done with it. Facts.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So now we've gotten through with our deep portion of the banter. Because the banter's supposed to be fun. And wasn't nothing fun about them questions except for answering them. It's back, y'all. It's back. I don't know for one day only or not. Pick your poison. After Dark Edition. The one on over to my right has only really
3
had
cards
to
only.
hear him. I do admit I want to tell me how this is my show.
Podcast started 6 is now 9.
It didn't start at 6.
6:30 ish.
Listen. I know what time it is, and I'm looking how long we've been on.
What'd you say, sis?
You can go ahead and go to sleep. She ain't going to sleep.
No. She's going to
also
order some clothes.
She's also hungry too.
I ain't gonna tell you that Amazon just gave me an alert. This dress I was looking at is on sale, but I'm not buying it.
If you ain't never heard about this Pick Your Poison, had to play Pick Your Poison with us, woo, you in for a treat. Eli, you was in for a treat, sir.
We got both them headphones.
Tell him to take them headphones out. I need him to hear it. Take them both out. You're going to want to hear all of these. These are some horrible, fun stuff. These are Pick Your Poison. Eric said, back by unpopular demand.
Agree, Eric. I agree with that.
And Tia said she going to see me Monday with my voices. I was just talking like you. That's all right. All right, here we go. These are would you rather type questions. So I'm picking up 2 cards at random, and I'm going to ask you, would you rather do one or the other? And you have to select one or the other. You don't get to push or say, I'm not going to do none of them. Would you rather one or the other? Now, you get to try to, manipulate it to however you want to try to manipulate it so it works in your advantage.
Oh, you can ask questions too.
Yeah, you can ask questions to try to get clarity on some stuff, and I, as the picker, get to provide the clarity I want to have there. So here we go. Would you rather stand naked on a pedestal in Times Square for an entire day, or be the middle of a human centipede? Stand naked on a pedestal in Times Square for an entire day. Times Square is a place in New York. Yeah, it's in New York. And for some clarity, I'm going to add to it. I'm going to say while you're standing naked in Times Square for an entire day during New Year's Eve when the ball drops. So not only are there a crowd of people there, and it's freezing cold because it is New York, Times Square. Would you rather Which one you going with?
What's the centipede one? Huh?
Be the middle and a human centipede.
Do you want a descriptive of that?
You want a descriptive of human? Okay, human centipedes basically were so one person here on all fours, person's face in it on all
And your
fours,
mouth is
while
over
somebody
there.
else is right there. It's
And
all
their mouth
linked.
is on your.
Everybody's tongue inside each other in a long link,
Yeah.
and you in the middle.
My ass
Oh,
going
no,
to my
that-
face.
I wish y'all could see Eli's face right now.
He's so horrified. He's like, I'm young to be here. What are you talking about?
He said naked. Eric said the human centipede. That naked cowboy already took that spot.
Wow.
Mike said Times Square. They take as many pics as they want. Tina said naked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was Tina who said it was. I'd rather be naked because she's gonna enunciate the word. She ain't gonna say naked. She proper naked. I love you, Tina. I love you. I can't believe it's taking y'all so long for this
No,
one.
it's gonna be.
It's
naked
not.
For me.
Oh, it's gonna be naked
Oh, 'cause
all
y'all
day,
nothing.
every day.
Y'all look like y'all contemplating
Ain't-
it.
That's too many.
Look, if there's one thing, and I am not gonna yuck anybody else's yum, but what I'm not doing,
I'm a yuck your yum all day long.
my mouth ain't going on nobody's. No, I'm not tossing nothing. My mouth ain't going on nobody's butthole. You know,
That's one thing I can see right there.
it's just a butthole. It's a booty
The
hole.
toss salad man.
Yeah.
Next round. This one's not as bad. I mean, it's a harder choice, but it's not as, disgusting. Would you rather lose a limb of your choice or be woken up daily by hot urine waterboarding?
Well, I'm gonna miss a limb.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, is it my left hand? I get because I
Your
get,
choice of the limb.
yeah.
Yeah,
The left arm. I don't look. It
Yeah.
don't even shimmy. You remember from
It sure
it
don't.
don't.
Her left hand is slow.
Yeah.
She can't do this with both hands.
I can't. This one.
And you can't either. That right one, your left and her right. She was like,
Too hard about it. It's yeah.
I didn't have to think about that. I'm
Yeah,
losing a limb.
I'm from Chicago, but not that part.
Ain't pissing me.
haters wanna hate.
No,
Lovers wanna love.
I'm not from that part of Chicago.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Ouch. I know which way this one's gonna go. But once y'all give y'all answer, I'm gonna give you something to think about while at the time of it too, because I'm gonna make it name something. Surgically attach yourself to a living relative of your choice, and I'm also gonna say you have to name that relative. Or, I'm sorry, I didn't do my voice. Would you rather surgically attach yourself to a living relative of your choice, and you have to name that relative, or birth a baby through your anus? Push a baby out through your butthole, or surgically attach yourself to a living relative of your choice, but you also have to name that relative.
Like, I don't want to be attached to nobody. That butt stuff is weird and nasty, and I ain't attached myself to nobody because I
Gotta pick one or the other. And you're a mom. You have
And you gotta pick the relative.
Yeah, you gotta pick it's your relative of your choice, but you have to name who they are.
I love Eric.
Eric said, "A baby through anus." No other comment. No other comment needed.
Look, due to the fact that I don't know about you, but my biggest was 6 pounds 8 ounces, and that was dramatic.
But to be attached to somebody like all the time and got to
Right.
hear their voice like all the time, and
She
you got to
said,
go
"Oh,
to
I
the
hit
bathroom,
that
it's like
button."
all the time, and
That's the part I was getting. Not just
I-
going to the
I'm not
bathroom,
going.
but don't forget why with that.
and no.
Do it have to be like a biological?
Relatives.
Are you a
Have your
relative?
choice. Well, I'm not. I am your spouse, not your
Whoop.
relative.
We gonna rip a butthole then.
Eli's face. He said, "Oh."
I'm telling you, because I can't. I don't see myself going back and forth. No. Mm-mm.
No. For the Filipino tried to. She said surgery because surgery could
She
be
said
undone.
she barely survived
I'm
the
not
baby
doing-
she
I'm not
had.
doing
She
no more
barely
babies.
survived. All of her kids owe her for the rest of her life. She barely made it. Boys, you owe her.
Right.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, my butthole's gonna be ripped. I'm sorry. But I cannot
Attached
do.
with somebody all day.
Cause here,
Shower with me.
you're not my relative.
Ah, screw it.
And see, cause not only am I thinking of
But
the
go hygiene
hygiene.
is right.
No, we're not related. We are family, but we're not relatives.
Gotcha.
And there is a legal distinct difference. Because if you were my relative, we couldn't be married.
You got a point.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be creepy.
Not only can I not do hygiene with somebody or be around them all the time, but
White
I'm not trying to have sex with them attached to me. How would that work? And I don't want to watch them have sex either, especially if it's a relative.
Cause all of your look,
Yeah, everything
brother.
I got female cousins too.
Oh,
I don't want
okay.
to watch them getting plowed while I'm sitting there. No. And what if he got to pull out? He pulls out and hits me. I know that he got to die. No.
Yeah, kill them both.
That is not gonna fly. At all. No.
Surgery removal, like
It's once it's
Baby's
done.
me.
Once
Hey,
it's
this
once
person
it's done. Once it's done, it can't be undone. That's why give me the butthole ripping. I have had some horrible poops before in my life. I know childbirth is worse, but at least I know what to do with that. Bear down, put a stick between your teeth, and just grin and bear and let the blood flow. But what is not gonna happen?
You better let them put you to sleep.
Right. You gonna want the epidural.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna
Give
do
me the
nothing. I'm a dude. Our buttholes are not meant to expand like that. It is not the same as
why you
giving
want them to
birth
put you to
vaginally.
sleep.
It is
why
not
you
good.
let them
They
put you to
ain't gonna
sleep.
put you to sleep. You can't push if you put to sleep. And there is no C-section.
This is why you
for
have
the
an
butthole.
epidural. You can still feel the push.
Listen, you can feel the push
He like, y'all need to
from the
stop.
vaginal area. Your butthole.
No, you literally
cannot-
can't feel.
This clown
Yeah.
said,
Wait,
he said,
listen. You can't feel the
No,
push.
you
can't
feel the push
'cause
from
it's
anywhere
have you
down
ever,
there.
Have you ever pushed a watermelon out your butthole? No, you have not. You have pushed one out your vaginal areas, or as they're trying to call it now, the bonus box. That's a real thing. They're trying to call it not the bonus box, the bonus hole. That's what they're trying to get it renamed medically. There's a lawsuit trying to get it named the bonus hole. Anyway, you've only pushed out of that region. You've never had it come out your butthole before. And as a result, promise you, there is no epidural in the world that is going to recover from that. And as far as I know, butthole don't have the snapback. But my poops will be wonderful after that. If I survive, if I live, I will never have to worry about constipation ever again.
Next question.
I will be constipation free.
Jesus.
The only problem is I probably have to wear a
gonna be
diaper
walking around
because I
leaking.
can't even try to hold it
You
while I'm
can't
trying to
fart.
run to the bathroom.
You gonna
Can't
be
even
leaking.
sneak and fart.
I can't sneak and fart now.
You got a point.
I'm a Jones. You smell that bad boy as it's on his way out. What you talking? Okay, only a couple more we done.
I know that's right, Eric.
I also do not endorse that either. Don't look at me about a bonus hole. Listen. That's what they said. I didn't say it. That's what they said. I saw the news. I saw it.
That's
Okay.
disgusting. But moving right along.
I'm only gonna do a couple more, then we're gonna get up out of here. Would you rather
What?
use a power drill to remove 3 of your own teeth without anesthetic, or tell every new mother you meet that he is ugly? Listen, I'm
There
gonna go
be some
first.
ugly ass babies.
It's some realistic
I
ugly
have
babies.
Told, no,
Yeah,
I told a mother.
I seen one.
I've told a mother to her face her baby was ugly. Anyway, that don't bother me. I did this. I did on Christmas. I did so real. I was working at the National Airport. I sure was on during Christmas, and this new mother was just because a lot of the mothers feel like everybody want to look at their ugly little child. And this mother was coming through the metal detector. You cannot put the strollers through. So she collapsed the stroller, put through the x-ray. She's carrying the baby. And I'm on the metal detector. She walks through the metal detector, didn't go off. So she holds the baby in her face. Isn't this the cutest baby you have ever seen in your life? I'm a man of God. I'm not supposed to lie. So what I said was, no. I didn't call the baby ugly up front. I just said, no. She don't know if I got a kid. If I got a kid, I doggone sure ain't saying your gremlin is better looking than my baby. Mm-hmm. So she pressed it. What do you mean? My baby is cute. I said, ma'am, I didn't say your baby wasn't. You asked me was it the cutest baby I'd ever seen. But now that you mention it, could you please get this gremlin out of my face? I really need this gargoyle out of my face. I'm not happy with it. I hope this baby has a wonderful personality because no one wants to see your baby. Please stop scaring people with this demon you call a child. I have never. I said, and the man you slept with didn't either.
Oh my God. Why you?
She stuck the ugly gremlin in my face. Listen, she offended my eyeballs. So I felt I was right
need people to
and
stop
tell the
lying
truth.
and saying all babies is cute because
they not. They not.
No, let's start telling the truth. Most babies ain't cute. 85% of your little gremlin demons are not cute.
No, Eric. Because I've seen some ugly baby pictures.
He said ugly babies turn out to be good looking grown up. Have you seen Flavor Flav's baby picture?
Mm-hmm.
Turn the mic off. Where is the
Yes, Tina. Most 85% of babies is ugly little shriveled up mushroom gremlins that look like they have been excreted out of bowels. And yes, even if they ain't shriveled up, they still ugly. Big foreheaded little nasty little miniature people walking around drooling and stuff. Can't hold their head. And y'all kissing on their nasty feet. Don't even know where their feet has been just because they ain't touched the ground. Don't mean the mamas washed the feet.
I knew where the feet were. It just came out of me.
Feet.
So cute little baby feet.
Little disgusting animals.
Baby feet.
No. I had.
I wish I could see the link, sir, but I can't see the link. You gonna have to tell me what that link, what's on the link, because I can't pull it up. First of all, if I could click the link, it would take us off of the podcast, so I can't do that. Secondly, I still can't click it.
I'm gonna get to it.
She thought, okay, he pulled up. Okay, Teresa had to get it. It's got to be Flavor Flav. Yep, Flavor Flav is the kid, and Flavor Flav is not a cute kid, like I said.
That's right.
And Mike, stop lying. All babies not cute. Some babies look like diarrhea.
That's right.
Let's tell the truth. Stop this lie. Every baby ain't cute.
Anyway, because that look like sour.
Because he added spice and stuff to the tracks he was on, so he called himself Flavor Flav. Because I'm the hype man. I add a flavor to the track, but don't nobody want to taste him. Unless your name is New York, that's a whole story. Yeah. So
y'all want to have some flavor.
All I know is.
Big barbarian woman. They end up with it.
All I know is stop this lie. 85% of your little demons that come out your holes are not
like
cute.
She wasn't a little demon. Like when Ashley was born, I was like, she's funny looking. They were like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. I said, no, she looks kind of funny. And they were like, here, and they're right out. I mean, like right out, no bath or anything. They were trying to stick her on my mouth, and I'm like, whoa, I know where she just came from. Can you give her a bath?
She said, I'm gonna play what's the next question. All right, I'm coming with you. Oh, this one's not gonna be fun, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's in my hand. Would you rather skinny dip with your family or have no one show up to your funeral? And you know that no one's showing up to your funeral.
That's cool.
Nobody can not
That's
show up at the
cool.
funeral. Because there's some people I ain't getting in the water with if I don't have to.
I know all of my
Stop for
family.
life.
Yeah. It's going to get it.
I know all of my family. I
Y'all
ain't
can
doing that.
stay.
Yeah, Eric, funeral.
Yeah.
Funeral it is.
Funeral. Don't
Pick card.
come.
Ooh, you get to pick your poison.
Don't look at it, just pick it. I said pick a card. Which one you putting back?
Oh.
Pick two. Which one you putting back?
That
That's
one.
what you keeping?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at it. Just hold on to it. Just hold on to it.
Oh, it's heavy.
You can put it down. I say, yeah, just don't look at it. Pick card.
Yep, see, my
Okay.
sisters, we picked
Now
on the
watch
same
this.
side.
Eli, come over, but don't stand. But don't
come
stand
this
too
way.
high.
No, come over this way. Okay.
Don't knock over the green thingy.
Please don't knock that over. Pick card. Don't look at it. Pick card. All right. Here's what we gonna do.
It's a battle.
You two and us two. But here's the thing. We're going to do this a little differently. Because I'm ignorant. Now, none of us have looked at these cards. We don't know what they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
When your two is going to be the would you rather. Have you read yours. Have you read yours. You have to swap yours. You have to tell people why they should pick yours, no matter what it is, and then vice versa. We're gonna do the same thing.
But
no
without
matter
telling
what
them?
it is. You're gonna read it. When I tell you look at your card, you're gonna read yours. I'm tell you look at your card, you're gonna read yours. And then no matter what's on your card, you have to sell us to choose yours as opposed to the other person's.
Okay.
All right? Don't look at your card till I tell you. It's gonna be them two first.
All right.
Would you rather?
Walk in on your parents having a threesome.
Or
Best friend?
Or
Wear nothing but inline skates and a jockstrap at all times.
all right, sell me. Well, sell us. Why? And you got to sell it like you.
I
like
cannot.
You got to try. That's part of the game. You got to try to sell it.
This thing's not a threesome.
I know what it said.
And my parents are my best friend.
Wait, it's not me, is it?
Oh, no.
We done took our guest out again. She can't breathe. Gotta sell it. Gotta sell it. Why should we rather have see a threesome?
My sister's a professional.
Well, wait a second. It's not just yours. It's ours. So that's your best friend. So it's walking on hers, have three best friend, her walking on her friend. It would be hers, but you have to sell us on why, like, because that's your card. That's what you're gonna do. You have to sell us on why we should want to see you walking on our parents having a threesome with our best friend. Wait. Eric said, "That's nothing but a Tuesday in my community."
Man, that's my kid. I can't be selling
What'd he
him
say?
on
Yep,
why
nope.
he should have watched his mama and his best friend.
Hey, you picked the
That's
card.
gross.
You picked the card. Go for it. Sell it. Sell it.
That's gross.
Sell it.
You can't play. Put your card back.
No, because he not got around to go to. He put his headphones in. He'll worry nothing about you. Take your headphones out.
Like,
Take your headphones out.
No, you don't have to. That's
You
right.
want to walk home? You want to walk home? And take them headphones
You know
out.
your mama got you. She'll call you an Uber. You ain't got to listen to this foolishness.
That's okay. I'll be at the house before then. I'll sit and wait.
Walk in on your parents having a threesome with your best friend.
Mama, daddy, and best friend.
So, sister, I don't even know what to say to this. I can't sell nobody on this foolishness.
You ain't got it in you.
I ain't even got I can't even I can't even tell. Be like, you should watch your parents have sex with your best friend.
And they
That
can
is
give you
like
pointers while you watching.
That's gross.
So that's on yours. What was yours?
Wear nothing but inline skates and a jock strap at all times. Look, I think this is a look. This is a whole mood. It's a vibe. You ain't got to
See,
worry
that's how
about
you
buying
spell
no
stuff.
clothes.
Yeah. That's
look,
good.
You getting air down there. It's the summertime. It's extremely
You
hot.
get
all
air
over
down
this-
there. Have you ever worn a jock strap before?
No, because the back is out, so your butt crack is out.
But yeah,
No
but
swamp butt.
but you've never had swamp balls before.
You'll be okay with this. Your cup.
No, a jock strap and a cup are not the same.
Oh,
thing.
they're not the
They're
same?
not the same thing.
Oh, well, close it up.
You got your phone. Google image of the jock strap. You'll see.
Oh, so we did
In incognito mode, just in case.
You don't know what jock strap is? Lord have mercy.
And I'm telling you,
I'm trying to
like,
make sure.
especially for your cardio, you burning, you burning calories. You out there in inline skates.
you can't
Getting
skate.
air.
You got a concussion last time you tried to skate.
Doesn't matter. I'm wearing a top strap. I'm out there. I'm in the inline skates, and I'm telling you, this is good for everyone. It's physically good for you. It's physically good for you. This is look, like Eric said, lightweight. Pride Month. I can see it happen all the time on Venice Beach. Not that big of a deal. Everybody, go ahead, get some inline skates, and just skate around with your stuff out. It's fine.
Mike said skating is fun. You still Googling the jock strap?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. All right. Would you rather? What you got? Okay, so I'm gonna you come on over here by your mama. Come on over here by your mama.
Jump in her mic.
Hey. Come on over here by your mama. Hey, you the one who want to be in the room. This is Eli, Wonderful World. This is Eli. Come on, talk in the mic. Talk in the mic. I know you don't like the mic in your mouth. Put the mic in your mouth anyway. Talk in the mic.
And that right there.
Consume a 90-year-old smoker's lungs raw.
Or feel continuously constipated and never be able to take a poop. Sell us on why we should want to consume a 90-year-old smoker's lung. You feel continuously constipated, but you can never take a poop. Why is you whispering?
I don't get it.
Okay, so you look somebody who's 90 years old who has smoked almost their entire life. Have you ever seen what a smoker's lung looks like before?
Black.
Yeah. Now add 90 years to that, and you're eating it, uncooked,
Oh, it gotta be
unseasoned.
raw?
Yeah, he said raw. This card said raw.
Yeah, at the end say raw.
That means you're not even gonna get to cut it with a fork and a knife. You got to take it with your hand and do it 800 size.
It's gonna be like beef jerky. That's what it's gonna be like. Chewing. It's just gonna be juicy.
Mike said both these choices put you close to death. And that lung is not gonna be juicy. It's a 90-year-old who ain't got nothing juicy is coming from that 90-year-old. And that lung is so overcooked and everything. Let me show you how to sell. See, the Joneses, we know how to sell. So let me tell you how you sell this. This is why you ought to feel continuously constipated and never be able to take a poop. First of all, you're gonna be productive. You know how much time out of your life you spend pooping? You remove that from how much more productive you could be, how much more stuff you could be getting done. Yeah, you're a little uncomfortable while you getting it done, but you're uncomfortable throughout most of your day anyway. Most of us don't want to be at our jobs. We uncomfortable. We out here in this hot heat, and we still here and uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to be uncomfortable. I feel like you should just go on ahead and not have to take a poop. Plus, your booty hole never stinks because you never had anything disgusting come out your booty hole. And so therefore, if you're into tossing salads or getting your salad tossed, it will always taste delicious because nothing foul has ever come out of it. It is clean, smooth as the day you was born. No, you feel constipated, but you can't ever take a poop. So you've never pooped a day in your life. You just always feel constipated. I have felt constipated. It ain't that bad. He said, you make them constipated face look so nobody will ever bother you. Yes, people will also leave you alone because, oh my God, you something wrong with you. And then, forget just productivity. For y'all who still have to go into the office, you can go into the bathroom and spend your entire day there. And when they ask you, why was you in all, I had to poop, but nothing was coming. I'm constipated. And your boss, you got paid 8 hours to sit on the toilet and game and whatnot. Come on now.
Constipated. I'm not gonna be constipated. I ain't eating no old people lungs.
You got to choose one. That's why. So would you rather? It's just no push.
Yeah.
It's me versus him. Yeah, we had to sell you on which one you gonna do.
It's gonna be the lung for me. I like smoked meat. Cause
You said something tells me ain't nobody tossing your salad. No, you always constipated.
yeah, no, like I can't. I have went a whole month without being able to go, and that almost killed me. So absolutely not. We're not doing that again.
Gotta go. Cause you know what I'm not doing. I don't like liver and onions. What makes you think I'm a want a lung?
It's a lung.
And it's raw, seen and black, full of nasty. You know what that lung has seen in 90 years?
It's just like smoked
It's
salmon.
not even detoxed.
It's okay.
90 years. So you want Betty White's dusty old lung? I mean, she not alive.
It's just dry. It's gonna be dry, black smoked.
Like my burger I had from the coop today.
We got from the coop.
What I'm not gonna do is that.
But at least you can poop it out. Like being constipated for a month.
But you will never get that taste out of your mouth.
Right.
You will never.
They
get
said
that
I had
out
to
your
eat that
mouth.
raw, but they never said I couldn't drink enough stuff to get rid of the taste.
There is nothing that's gonna get rid of that taste. I promise you. Let me tell you
I'm
right
go with
now.
The lung.
Give me where I ain't got to put nothing in my mouth. I don't want to. I ain't putting nothing
You
in my
gonna be
mouth. I
pooping
don't
out
want
the
to.
mouth.
I'm not going to. Ain't nothing go in my mouth. I have vomited before, so stuff has come out my mouth I didn't want, but nothing that's ever gone in my mouth I don't want. So if I build up enough poop that I'm throwing up instead of pooping, so be it. What is not gonna happen is I have to
black.
put something down.
It's gonna be like that long.
I puked. I puked before, but it's mine. I puked before. I ain't worried about that.
His own crap.
And you know what I have found? What leaves your mouth, that taste can leave you pretty quick. What goes in your mouth, don't. I've had some nasty food that no matter how much I brush my teeth, scoped, and Listerine, and you know, I walk around town all day with my Listerine spray, and I have not gotten rid of the taste. It took me weeks to get rid of some nasty tastes. I'm telling you, I cannot do nasty taste. And for y'all who really understand, who could also read between the lines, yes, I wound up having some aftertaste. It wasn't that it stunk. It wasn't that it was bad, but had a foul aftertaste that I was not ready for until it hit me. Didn't know it, and I couldn't get rid of that foul, fishy taste for 2 weeks. Let me tell you, never again. Never again. Give me the constipation.
On that note,
and Eric, no, Eddie said he had to jump off because he had some things he had to take care of. So no, he ain't just disappear.
yeah, he might be in the bathroom.
I am not gonna say that man's in the bathroom.
Just joking.
Eddie, they're talking about you, and I'm defending you. But on that note, this has been fun. It's been a lovely conversation and whatnot. And even if you don't feel like it's been a lovely conversation, so what? It's my podcast. I said it was lovely. You want to have a conversation that's much lovelier for you? I suggest you go on ahead and start your own podcast. Tia said, am I trying to tell you I accidentally tasted poop and I don't want to go back? No. It wasn't poop. It was in the right area. I have never accidentally gone and tossed anybody's salad ever at all.
That conversation off the podcast.
Yeah, I've never accidentally tossed salad ever. Never. It was in the right area, and it did not have a bad taste to begin with. But if you've ever had food where that aftertaste hit you after you already swallowed and everything. That's what happened. And I was like,
Look at this.
and almost wanted to puke and everything.
Oh,
It
let
was
me clear that
horrendous.
up. It was not me.
No, it wasn't you.
Oh, okay. Let's just clear that up.
If
I
it
am
was-
not
if-
the only person
if-
he has
if-
ever been
if-
with.
If it was if it was you, you would absolutely have already known by now. You'd have slapped me for even trying to tell that story because it was. No. You taste what I imagine fine wine tastes like to alcoholics.
There was.
Woo! Let the church say, yes, it tastes good. You did not say that. You ain't out saying it. It tastes
This is the Real Talk
good. Tastes so good. Tastes so good.
Thank you, Eric, for joining us.
Shot a bottle and said it, but I kill y'all if y'all got to buy it. Anyhow, this has been another edition of the Real Talk Podcast. I appreciate my wonderful guest for coming on last minute. The madam herself. Yes. Sharice Fowler. And even the participation of her son for the first time ever. Mike said, Kiki, do you love me? Her boyfriend don't think so. So we want to thank y'all for joining us. It has been a wonderful time. We are still on the lookout for the upcoming debut of Miss Sharice's podcast that's soon to come out, and her book, which is soon to come out. I've gotten a sneak peek at the first rough draft of it, and it's coming soon. Y'all better be ready. It's coming when it comes. You promise you ain't gonna be the same. It's in a wonderful, interesting format. So we love y'all. For those of y'all who are waiting to find out when High Praise is coming back, y'all got one more week. We coming back August 5th. I'm sorry, it's 2 more weeks. August 5th. It's good. No, it's 1 more week. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's two.
No, that ain't. I'm not. No, so I'm 50, 22nd, right? Because I only got on my thing. Yeah, look at your calendar. Yeah. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta add me. I gotta add me another message in there because I only have one more message ready for the backups. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, this has been a wonderful. There are some backup messages that are coming up. High Praise. We're back on August 5th. We are planning to be back next week with a very special guest. The one I'm announcing now. If it don't happen, that's because some things got in the way. But we are going to be proud to have my mother in the gospel and a very good friend of ours, very good friend of the family. I call her Mama Cole, but for those of y'all who really know her, she's known as Lady Extreme, Nicole Carter. She is one of the first gospel female rappers in the history of gospel rap, and she is a monster. And she coming out. She's just right now in Columbus, Ohio. She has been honored at the Gospel Fest. We're going to have a nice little rap session with her, talk about all kinds of things. So stay tuned. I'll let you know when it comes on. And we're going to get Donald and Dr. Deborah back here in August. So stay tuned for that. Y'all know what I love to say. No matter what you do in your life, do yourself a favor and always keep it real. This has been the Real Talk Podcast. Thanks for listening.
This is Real Talk. Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. Real Talk. This is Real Talk. Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. Real Talk. Real Talk.